Alright, here we are with Chronicles of Darkness, Creepy Rashomon Marine Buffet, Vampire the Requiem, 2nd edition, The Strix Chronicles, Episode 5. I am Devin the GM, or no, I am Devin the Storyteller. And to my left we have...
Nicole playing Leo Kelly.
Kevin playing Kaiser Vargas.
And Peter as Fyodor Patrov.
That's right, gang. So, brief recount, what happened last session.
Bunch of old people that were actually young got their youth sucked by a video game console, which is a vampire.
That did happen.
I got cranky because everyone was fucking passing out and I looked like an idiot and incompetent vampire. So I was very rude to a college dude.
Hey, college dude.
And I stole said video game console.
To be clear, it was an arcade cabinet.
Yes, a video game console.
A Nintendo.
I stole a Nintendo.
Go see a Star Wars.
Caesar almost killed a guy because he was angry that the guy failed his vampire magic. And there was a yappy dog.
And
There was a yappy dog.
The dog's not dead. We didn't do anything to the dog. We just put it under a can.
I mean, you did. When was the last time you saw it?
I mean, you were on the phone with the police. What did I do?
Who can say? I don't know. I'm crazy like that.
And then when I went to go to bed, my sire was all beat up because a bunch of black mist poured out of the insect bug guy's mouth and escaped.
You guys, Fyodor had a nice day.
Fyodor had a great time. He hung out with his cult.
Yeah.
His Freemasons who are totally learning about vampires and are breaking the masquerade all over the place.
The Chronicle's ending soon, I don't care.
That's a perfect way to think about it. That's right, listeners. We're like one session away from being done our interlude with vampires. When Piri, the Night Children, the Silent Ones,
The Kindred.
the Kindred.
The Impressed.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking lord. Anyway, I was going to have your character woken up early, Nicole, but I'm not going to do that.
Why? Because you had an argument about the mechanics of it?
No, nothing to do with that. No, nothing to do with that at all. It's just, it's easier just to get all three of you into this at once than just trying to do one at a time. So, the three of you spend your blood and wake up today. Spend it.
I have 9 blood.
As do I.
You got 8. Because you spent one on playing the arcade.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, wait, I did, yes.
Aha!
Fuck you, you're wrong. Oh, wait, he's right.
The battleship doesn't lie.
The battleship doesn't lie, Kevin, nor does Peter's understanding of collecting numbers. He's very accountable. Right. Yeah, the abacus just label your characters' names on each line of the abacus.
And integrity.
Happy birthday! Alright, where do you wake up, Nicole? Your sire's lair, the vault.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to look around and assume he's not here. He woke up hours ago.
He actually has come back for you to wake up.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
You're up?
Yes.
Alright, I just had a meeting with a few of the kindred. We need to go to my lab and begin an investigation before a mandatory Elysium meeting is called.
Okay, let's go.
He looks, as always, frazzled. Kevin, where were you when you woke up?
Apartment.
You're home?
Yeah.
Alright, well, you're up. There's a message on your shirt, like a post-it note that's been like safety pinned to it.
Feed me.
From Rebecca.
Yeah.
That says, give me a call when you wake up.
I will do exactly that.
Okay. Phone, you dial Rebecca. Hello?
Hey, it's me.
You got my message.
I did.
Perfect. I left you something in the fridge, too. I had leftovers.
Oh, well thanks. I appreciate that.
Very good.
Is the fridge still in front of the door?
Yes.
Did you fucking squeeze out?
Maybe she's really strong.
I
you don't
probably
know.
left that window open.
And she charmed your cat to pin the thing on the
She
new
just like
animal
pushed it all open.
and then pulled it back out.
Alright, I'll, yeah, I'll be with you shortly.
Oh no, head to Dr. Sangiovanni's lab and meet up with your other neonates.
Oh, alright.
We're doing an investigation of the area for what's going on. The prince is moving fast on this, so I want to make sure I have eyes on this.
Wait, what?
Just go.
Investigating what?
Oh, you didn't hear. There was some sort of horrific monster attack.
Oh, no.
I want to have eyes on this before that goddamn Russian does.
Oh.
That sneaky, spidery, information brokery, greedy little Russian. He's a great senator. Just an excellent member of the community.
Yeah, I'll be there as soon as possible. I won't let you down.
Perfect.
And Kaiser just kind of stares off into the distance.
It was a horrific monster attack.
Well, but really, let's check the fridge and,
There is Indian food in there.
Oh, well, that's very nice of her.
She was literal. She had leftovers.
Thought there's gonna be like half of a human in there or something. It's like I had leftovers.
She's not that much older than you guys, vampire-wise.
Is it super spicy?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I can't leave it for the cat. I mean, she is ghoulified now. She can probably take that like a champ.
The cat's just dead. It died. Its soul left its
Fell
body.
away.
Alright, well, those are wrapped up, so I'm gonna... Well, there's homeless people everywhere, so...
Very well.
Hey, Dad, have something for the fishing.
That was a joke once. Fyodor, you wake up in your architect mansion.
Yeah.
Very good. Your sire is waiting for you.
Oh.
It looks like he has been on the phone the last few hours. He's been waiting for you to wake up. Fyodor,
Yes.
I need you to go to Dr. Sanji. Wait, how do I do Russian again? One moment, I gotta get back into it. I am a Romanov. There we go, Russian voice. I need you to go to the doctor's laboratory. They are investigating an attack, some sort of monster. I want eyes on this. The prince is calling a meeting. This will be your chance to shine.
Do I get a task condition?
I don't know how that works, so I would
Basically,
for it.
if he's like kind of member of the dynasty, he can give me a task, and I'm better at performing the task. And when I complete it, hey, I completed a condition, and he gets a beat as well.
He doesn't have XP. Do
Yeah.
you get a condition though? And
Yeah.
do you get a beat? Yeah, alright, he'll use like fucking slave magic on you to make you begeist. With like the first estate or whatever, I don't know. Stock market magic.
I get an 8 again quality in everything that I do this task.
Jesus fucking Christ. Alright. Alright, you got that, I guess.
Let's go.
Okay. So, scene swipe. Dr. Sangiovanni and you arrive probably first because you know the most direct route. And yeah, there's more of those servants like that he has, just kind of guarding the place. And the door's been torn off its hinges, and they've kind of like just put up like a little barricade and like a little like changing kind of walls around it so no one notices. Police tape's been put all over the place.
Alright.
There's a woman that you saw dressed in a sundress. She's just dressed up in what looks like could be a police officer outfit, but it's clearly not an official uniform.
I mean, they could have just had the police tape, and people would have seen it. And then also, if the police were like, "Hey, why do you have police tape?" They would be like, "Oh, it was just Halloween.
Murder!
It was just Halloween decorations. Halloween was 3 nights ago."
Murder! Kill them!
I have a Russian Halloween. It's a bit late.
Yeah. So he gestures you inside. So yeah, the security door on the inside was rent outward, like whatever was it, tore out and stuff. And the inside here looks like a fight took place. Like there's damage to the walls, tables have been flipped over. That guy is still strapped to the table. He's like in the corner on his side and clearly dead. His mouth's open and he has the kind of the Ring horror face on.
Jesus.
Like, oh.
So, you said a bunch of black smoke came out of him?
Yeah, right about there. He points to the mouth.
And that did all this damage?
No, it went into one of my
Oh yes, you said
servants, and then a fight took place. It was not ideal. But, and like you guys can come on scene now.
Okay.
You just walk in, the ghouls aren't going to stop you, the servants. But, if we're lucky, this thing showed up on my cameras.
Oh.
I ended up purchasing some, well, they're special type, they read auras. Curlium cameras. I bought them in bulk from a supplier down here. No, a real company.
I hope it works.
Yeah, you guys are here? Oh, good, you're here. Perfect.
Hey, oh.
In the corner.
Oh, shit. So, there's something about, like, a monster attack or somewhat?
Yes, we're about to take a look at that. I just need to get to the camera. And like starts going to the back room closet they have and like checking the equipment in there. He's pulling tapes.
Hmm.
I have a TV in one of the doctor's labs.
Guess we'll follow him into there then.
Yeah. He puts the Betamax tape in and winds it and like really fumbling around with the tracker on it to like go back and forth between different times. Oh, this is so irritating. Unbelievable. Alright. It takes a while. Like, it goes too far back to when you guys first showed up here at one point, and it's just... Eventually, he stops on him doing surgery on the creature, like on the dude, and like he's trying to like get like a tool in there to pull out the parasite, and like he has a scalpel in the other hand, and he's like, the dude's struggling and fighting and stuff, and like the other Icemen are holding him down, and then all of a sudden the tongue thing explodes, and an entire like room's worth of black mist shoots out of his mouth in a column, like a volcano, swirls around the room and takes a vaguely monstrous bestial form, and then forces itself down the mouth of one of the Eisenmen, and then it starts grabbing Eisenman and like smashing him up against the wall and fighting him, like just beating him up and kicking him to the ground, and like prying like pipes and stuff off the wall and like hitting Dr. San Giovanni.
Can we make a roll to figure out what it is?
It seems to be a monster of some sort. You could try a cult.
Into cults?
Yeah. And at the very end, the thing picks up the body and just like slams it on the ground, the side that he's lying on down, and then just throws it into the corner.
Do I still have
Whoa.
the inspired there thing right now?
4.
I'm gonna use that.
Okay.
I got 3 successes. I got an exceptional success.
Haha, you did it! You resolved a condition, which gives you a beat.
Woo! Woo!
2 successes on a cult.
Alright, this looks like this is like a thing made of smoke. You guys notice that this is what your sires have described as, this looks like what some vampires can do. They can turn into like clouds of mist and stuff, and like possess things with high enough mental powers. Like specifically Rebecca told you about that.
Hmm.
You can just like leave your body in a spirit form and possess other bodies. With your exceptional success, you are able to make out details of the smoke, and there are 2 yellow eyes in it.
Oh,
And a vaguely bird-like face, kind of like an owl.
I'm gonna point that out.
Like, what?
If you look here, it's like 2 little yellow eyes, and it kind of looks like a bird face.
It takes out like a highlighter
Like
and
an
kind of
eye-
starts
like an owl.
chasing around. Huh. Useful.
Did Iron Man say something about watching out for owls?
I think that was Michael Iron Man when he was spouting off
Well,
a bunch of
Iron Man,
stuff that I assumed was nonsense, but now I'm thinking it's probably not because everything was real, including video game cabinets that are live.
Alright. It seems familiar. I don't know, though. Let's see if we can find any other information.
Okay.
So, how are you guys going to investigate this scene?
I'm going to use my auspex to try to figure out something supernatural traces left behind.
You're going to head to the body?
Yeah, they're in the whole room.
Yep.
I should have fucking taken that point of aspects instead of point of obfuscate.
Haha!
Yahaha!
Dang.
I'm gonna look at the footage again and look at the way this thing fights.
You're checking the footage?
Yeah.
And what about you, Nicole?
Did the Iceman possess the escape? Or did the mist escape?
The Eisenman ran off, like, tore the door open.
Oh. I don't know what else to do. It's like you examine the body, you examine the footage.
Perhaps we should trace where that Eisenman went.
Oh, well, yes. Do you have any of its blood?
Not really, no. It only has ectoplasm. It only has ectoplasm running through its system.
I would say I don't know that word, but Ghostbusters just came out,
Yeah,
so
it did.
I know that word.
So happy
4
for it.
successes.
For Ghostbusters?
It came out.
Oh. Fucking Lord.
God damn it. None of the footage shows the outside of the building.
What other businesses are around here?
I haven't been paying attention. I've been busy with my work. That might be worth investigating.
I will go and look around.
Alright. Round table. So what did you do? You
4
did aspects?
successes, yeah, with all specs.
Alright, so you're examining the body?
Yeah, the body, the whole room, yeah.
Alright, so in the body, there's clear signs that whatever this thing was inside the parasite.
Okay.
You can tell like the body itself wasn't possessed, the body was just a man, but the actual insect itself had a spirit hosted inside of it. Like some sort of supernatural entity had held on in it as its host.
Okay.
It's a Matroska doll.
Matryoshka, yeah.
That's right, that word.
Okay.
And does Auspix give you, what kind of details can Auspix give you?
Like, my beast interpreting the stuff, like... okay. Also, someone's about to conquer people with this pointed hurt in the room. Beast says to things that other people cannot normally perceive. Beast obfuscate. Some violence, was afraid, was like hurt me, frenzy.
Okay,
General supernatural stuff.
the insect thing, your beast like knows that it's vampiric, that it's a predator like it. That spirit is a super predator. That spirit's directly like a kindred.
Okay. Sure.
Like the insect was kind of like a lame duck, but that actual spirit was more kindred. Like it was just like you.
But it's not actually a kindred?
It's more like it than the bug was. Like almost one for one.
Okay.
The ore you're picking up from it is like a vampiric ore that has like stains and damage through it, like it's been shredded.
Something like... Okay.
You're looking through the tapes.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so, yeah. The fight starts, it starts throwing things around, and it's just pulling. Like, it's using its hands to grip and pull away from stuff, like tear off parts of the wall, tear off meat from bodies.
That's all it seems to do, like touch and grab.
Yeah, like the body goes and like grabs like stuff off the wall and uses that as a weapon too. Like it uses tool use.
Like a predator bird, bird of prey.
Yeah, is there like intelligence the way it fights, or?
Oh,
is
yes.
it- Okay. Like, are we talking like human level intelligence,
Oh, yeah.
or? Oh, okay.
Like this thing's emoting and stuff through the Eisenman.
All right, so it just keeps beating them up more than it needs to.
Oh, yeah.
To,
Yeah, like with relishing, like it's laughing and having fun.
okay.
Which you're able to like freeze frame and see, like it's smiling the whole time. And the Eisenman's eyes are on that yellow color.
Which is very strange compared to when we fought him, where he was just acting like an automaton. Okay. Okay, and fast forward to when he's like finally leaving. If there's anything.
When the Eisenman leaves, it's starting to take its clothes off, and you can hear a scuffle from the inside of the reception area.
Probably more Eisenman, because yeah.
Like you saw the detritus of one in the interior that had been covered up, but it's possible that one's naked.
Is there a camera for the lobby area? No. Okay.
Yeah, he only sets up the cameras to do his first research stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, they're curling cameras, so you can actually see a vague kind of pasty light filter over top of all the people in here. San Giovanni shows up on the camera because he wants to be on the camera. He's clearly doing work he's recording.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see this kind of vague almost red and black kind of lore coming off of them. Like, not the same as what Theodore saw. But off the Eisenman, they're all like dead black kind of outlines. And off of that thing, it's like a red and black tattered like coat of light.
Alright. I'm gonna go back to the very beginning when he was first trying to like take it out of its mouth. And kind of just examine the area and see if there's anything strange or
there's like a buildup of that kind of outline on the guy. The camera's very low quality, but that aura around him shifts rapidly to that same color when the tongue explodes.
Okay, so it's like holding it in. Okay.
You went outside.
Yes.
You looking for local business? I have cameras aimed at here.
Yes.
There is a gas station. No, there isn't. There isn't a gas station at all.
Right.
But there is a corner store. There's also a bank and what do you call it? A travel like office. You know, those things that used to exist. You go there and book travels.
Right. So the bank definitely has cameras, but they're hard to access. The corner store almost certainly has cameras, but I don't know if the travel agency. That'd be the easiest to get into, but it's probably doesn't have good stuff. How do you even get the cameras? I know that in the corner stores they actually have like tapes, so that's
Banks
probably the
do
easiest.
too.
Not in their ATMs.
Well, they're hooked up to the thing in the bank.
Oh,
It's the 80s.
it didn't even occur to me.
They
I
have tapes.
yeah, it didn't even occur to me. I know like ATM cameras are like literally always on and facing the out, like facing, so that's probably the best actually. I'm a vampire. I have obfuscate. Go fuck yourself.
There you go. How are you gonna do?
I'm gonna obfuscate the fuck out of this. I'm going to walk into the bank. It's closed.
It's closed.
I'm going to.
Banks aren't going past like 5. This is the 80s.
But obfuscated, basically, you blend in with certainly. If someone doesn't expect anyone to be where you are, it doesn't work. It only works where people say, "Oh yeah, there's a person there." You know.
Yeah, I know. I forgot the bank was closed. I forgot that it was nighttime.
Break into violence.
I don't have mercy. This guy has mercy. I need this guy.
Hey Kaiser.
I'm gonna go get him.
Look up for the tapes.
Hi. There are cameras from the bank. We need to break into a bank.
I'm okay with this.
Let's become a heist.
Ooh, money. But yeah.
Alright, I'll go over with you.
It's like a little, like, tiny, like, branch bank.
Independent?
Wait! I'm gonna take one of these folding screens. And when you walk up to the door, I'm gonna put the folding screen there. I'm gonna obfuscate the folding screen. And now people can't see us trying to break into the bank.
Oh my god.
That works. Smart.
Alright, move the lens of the camera.
Alright, using sleight of hand, so that's, give me a bonus, I believe. Alright, just use larceny to... What kind of lock is this?
A normal lock. That will look like a key. What are you gonna use for tools? You have a lockpicking set on you?
I don't. I do have a
You don't?
pocket knife, however.
I also have like med tools, we need like smaller.
Oh yeah, actually,
Yeah.
take a scalpel
And then
and
it's
like a
soft touch
file.
tools, too.
Oh,
Alright, you collect up a lockpicking set. Alright, roll it!
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
holy shit, you're really good at this.
Stealing!
And I don't know if sleight of hand actually gives me an extra die.
That makes it faster. So I can do that instant.
1.
I got a single success.
Oh my god, Kevin.
Yeah.
Alright, you pick the lock and get the door to the bank open. Like the actual bank.
Well, I broke your scalpel.
I have more.
Okay.
Now it's just a matter of time before the alarm goes off.
I'll just take care of that next.
There you go.
And more cameras to the inside.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah,
cameras
fuck
can't
those
see us.
Oh,
Just
well.
take the tapes!
Oh, I also get a bonus because breaking and entering, but I'm out of dice. So.
Roll the
Take a
bonus dice.
D20 and divide by half. Or like, to take the smaller number.
Stealing.
I'll just roll one of the dice that gets
Yeah.
9,
There's a 0.
0. So that's 2 successes.
And then one more. Oh, 2 more. 3.
4. 4 successes.
Alright, you're able to go in and find the alarm pad, and you know how to hotwire it. It's one you've worked on before. So you just pop it off, and you hotwire that.
Easy enough. Alright, we got time now. We got plenty of time.
Plus, it helps that these cameras are infrared. Like, not the cameras, the little sensor that, alerts.
Stupid bitches don't know the vampires are real.
Which means a vampire probably doesn't control this bank, because otherwise he'd be like, oh yeah.
Smart. We found the vampire. I would definitely worry about that.
Or either way, because they're like, it's broken in, but no one showed up on camera. These fuckers.
It's like, no, your bank was robbed. It's like, aren't you mad at the vampires? I have insurance.
Oh right.
I call it bloodhound.
I call a bloodhound.
Empty your pockets, everybody. Empty your pockets.
Everyone empty your fucking pockets.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
it's like, I have insurance. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, your insurance won't cover this. I mean, it's an act of God. The way you just disappear out of the vault from the cameras.
we can just waltz right into this bank.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, there's a little teller, cashier areas, little kiosks. There's the ATM area, and there are offices in the back.
Offices sound like what we need?
Yep.
Okay.
Kind of looking over at the safe.
The safe is closed and locked, and it's an actual safe.
Yeah.
And they don't keep money in the teller things.
No way.
In the ATM, they probably would, though.
Yeah, but
Definitely
let's
would.
wheel out the entire ATM.
Oh, they probably have that stuff that shoots all over you, though. And
We're
you'll be
carrying
covered
it.
in blue, and you'll be like, damn it.
We're carrying it out, and Dr. Giovanni's just staring at us. It's like, it's got a vampire in it. They all do. We gotta take it apart.
It steals your blood and gives you money.
Don't worry, we'll take care of it.
It's like a blood donation machine.
There's literally the
It has
example
a
ATM.
vampire in it.
There's literally the example ATM that has a vampire in it.
Oh my god.
It has a deposit slip like the old style ATMs, and you put like someone's like hair or skin or whatever, and it dispenses like money.
Jeez.
Creepy.
But it doesn't give you money for the same person if someone else has put that person in.
Oh, that's so weird.
Yeah.
Alright. So,
Feed me a cat.
let's go to
The office to steal more shit.
All right.
I see this paperclip.
There is an office, and there is a little area that obviously has the recording stuff, multiple monitors, tape decks, changers, storage, the whole deal.
So I guess we're gonna look for a specific night.
Last night, not that long ago.
Easy enough.
probably in the most recent batch that's not in the things.
I see
And
all
today's
the
tape's
things.
on here too.
I mean,
Let's take that as well.
Yoink.
I guess we may as well. We're not on it, but
Steal all the tapes, you'll be rich. Why are you
Actually,
selling
yeah,
them?
let's just steal. Let's steal.
Is it thrill of the catch, not the actual
fair
catch?
enough. If we take specific tapes, it might be more suspicious. If we take all of them, it's like that's weird. But
The bank robbers took all the tapes.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't know what to look for. So
In case people were casing the joint, and they're like, oh, that's them. Okay, yeah, let's
Yeah,
let's
exactly.
steal a week's worth.
Hey, just take all the tapes. Perfect. Do you watch the tape though?
well, yeah, let's watch. I guess.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we go back to his place and watch it?
Might be a different tape player.
This is the VHS
Right,
or
this is
Brenda?
the 80s. All right.
No universal formats, Nicole.
Go to Iron Man.
Yeah, Michael Ironman probably would have one in his electronics shop, but you don't have it in here.
He just looks at it and reads
But yeah, I mean, we may as well, unless there's some way for the system
No,
to know what we looked
It's,
at.
it's all fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Steal
It's
the
all
VHS.
analog.
Steal the VHS as well.
I mean, we may as well, but
Steal a laserdisc player from behind the counter.
So yeah, we'll just watch it a bit and see what's going on.
Okay, so you rewind to the night approximately when it happened. You see the door, like the fake door, kind of bend inward a bit, and then get kicked open. And then Eisman walks out, dressed like it's like a male one, and it's wearing like fresh clothes, and its hands are a little bloody. And it's just smiling. It goes into its pocket and pulls out cigarettes and starts lighting them up, and lights its hand on fire a bit. And it's just super happy to be here.
got a vampire.
Oh, huh.
Yeah, it has 2 or 3 cigarettes in its mouth, and it's just walking around super happy, super upbeat. And there's someone coming out of the alley, and he's like looking at the dude and like looks shocked. He's running over, and the dude just grabs him and starts throttling him and drags him into the alley. And the guy's kicking and screaming.
Shit.
Oh, that's really dragging someone into an alley. That's so awful. So yeah, we've got to take these. That's kind of a huge what do they call it? Masquerade violation. If anyone ever saw that.
I mean, it just looks like a guy got mugged. But yes, it comes to my sire's house, so yes.
Yeah.
We're definitely taking all of these.
Don't think about it.
Yeah, let's take all of it.
Yeah. It all depends.
You just steal this place a little.
A bit.
Could
I
be
mean,
nice.
It's probably nice.
I mean, there's deposit bags, and they're nice, heavy, like, canvas bags.
I went full of money. I'm like,
No.
It's kind of space. Right?
Yeah. Just take some nice pens, some personal belongings.
Into the canvas bags. Over your shoulder.
They can get them back. Don't worry. We call this a plunder bag.
Alright, you guys come back, you take your screen back, and you just leave the bank robbed.
Yeah.
That's their problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another be like, what's that?
I'm pretty sure you get that aspiration.
Do I? That was a bunch of heist.
Perform a heist.
Performed a heist! You heisted
You
it!
robbed a bank!
There was like 2-3
Like-
rolls.
Okay. Is that a like long?
Long term.
Long term, it finally came up.
What does that give me?
A beat.
A beat.
A beat.
Oh.
Because normally you get a.
This is like someone calling you Star-Lord. You're like, finally. After 5 solid sessions of you dropping the ball in every single way on dice rolls, your specialty finally came
I
up.
stole some pens.
Like $800 worth of tapes. And the player, right? You guys took the player.
I mean, I'm assuming.
We took everything that was nice in there.
Like, wheeling out the chair. This is going in my home.
We like pulling open all the drawers to see personal possessions like that. It's like, oh, this is such a lovely family photo. Take out the photos. Steal them.
I'm stealing.
It's the one thing you can never replace.
Right?
But yeah.
That's so creepy. Oh, that story.
So they come back with a bag full of plunder from the bank. It's a bank bag. That's how you know, because you're a man of average intelligence, at least.
Well, thank you then.
At least. I said at least.
Also, I mean, he meant your character. He wasn't talking to you specifically. He wasn't trying to...
Your character, the architect billionaire, is at least smart enough
Billionaire.
as an average person to know that they robbed a bank.
So, like, yeah.
You know, we had to take some stuff for evidence. We also got these VHS tapes.
They're VHSs.
Oh, they are?
They are.
Oh, yes.
VHS.
Did you also make sure
Won't
that
even last.
other cameras didn't catch you on your way in and out?
Cameras can't see us. Like, they can, but they can't see us.
I mean, there's also figures coming out of this building, going to a bank, and going back from the bank into the building.
No, cameras can't see us.
You won't show up on cameras.
Okay.
Yeah. We're vampires. Vampires don't show up on cameras.
Oh, yeah, that was one of the first
Like,
things I
not
had
unless,
for Becca.
not unless you really try.
The beast knows how to hide you from your prey.
Oh,
Okay.
that would be so much shit. Which he kind of mumbles under his breath, but... yeah, VHS tapes.
What was on the tape?
He dragged a man into an alley. We should go check out that alley.
Also, he set himself, like,
Oh.
partially on fire at one
Yeah,
point.
so clearly not a vampire.
I mean,
Well, he's a bit vampiric.
He's...
a lot of things are a bit vampiric. Lawyers.
Well, it's got an aura to him. Really, if you examine the little parasite, it does resonate with us. It is sort of like us, probably.
But I mean, he's not afraid of fire.
He's also a lot more animate than he was when we fought him.
Yeah, when we fought the man, he was very, blank. Like, he was like hypnotized.
In a future state.
Leo glances over to you and, like, just kind of glances away, doesn't comment on that because she doesn't know what that fucking means. And she's like, yeah, he wasn't even really a person. And this guy was smiling, smoking, strangling a guy. So,
Let's check that out.
yes.
Okay. Let's go the other way.
Alright, you guys head, it's like two, not the street over, like a few alleys down. And you go into the alley, and there's totally a body there.
Oh, whoa.
It's not been that long. You don't go to this part of town for a reason.
Yes.
It's like warehouses and stuff.
You want me to run back and fetch a body bag or something?
The body has been pinned upside down by its feet into the wall,
Oh.
and there are chew marks all over its torso and neck.
Oh. Can I smell it?
Yeah.
Does it smell like a person?
Yeah, it's just a person.
It's just a person. Oh wow. Nothing
Taste
special
the
about it. Like he
blood.
doesn't have like.
Roll.
I'll roll. Yeah. Wits plus compulsion, which is 6 dice.
Yeah, this is like a little like one of those alleys that L shapes into like behind the buildings. So don't go back here.
2 successes, so an exceptional success.
This was just a guy.
Just a guy.
Just a guy.
Nothing special. No diseases. No anything.
Nope.
No
Wow.
slow.
Good deal of his meat and blood has been drained though. Like he was hung upside down and he was drained like cattle. And there are teeth marks on all his major arteries, but not like vampire marks, like actual like I have flat teeth marks,
Wait,
like
wait.
the Eisenman would.
Who the fuck mentioned that something else was feeding on people? At Elysium, someone mentioned that.
I don't remember if it was Ira or if it was Michael. I think it was Ira.
Now there was my sire talking with
Oh.
Commissar Beda, I think, about the blood that was missing around the Russian thing.
Oh, yeah. I was listening in on a lot of conversations that night.
Which is where the assassin attempted to attack us, so this is all...
So probably it was hanging around the sewers. We went in, disturbed its lair, and it went after us, and yes.
That would
Okay.
make sense. Although clearly, like,
The Eisenmen are starting to pull that guy down from the wall.
Yeah.
They have like a body bag with them.
yeah, fair.
Can you track where, if it's slobbered all over itself with the blood, maybe is there some smell or drops behind?
Definitely
Get
try.
you
I mean, I have American bloodhounds, presumably.
And you can also make investigation rolls if you guys want to investigate the crime scene.
Yes, definitely. I don't know how that works.
Guess what? I have nothing in.
With an investigation?
What's an investigation?
Oh, I actually have one in investigation. Oh, that sucks if you have nothing. Set -3.
Yep.
Chance die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I have 3 successes.
I got a single success on that chance die.
I've got 6 because I'm tasked, so
Oh, right.
So exceptional success means you get the inspired condition?
if there's nothing else that this roll
It's
gives
just
you.
investigation.
Well, yeah, I'm inspired, I guess.
You get inspired. Woo-hoo! And you got a willpower point back. No, only
We'll
if you spend
spend
it. Okay, so you're gonna smell and start tracking. You check his body. He's been robbed.
Oh my.
No wallet, no keys. It looks like this guy had a cell phone holster, and that's missing.
Oh my god, cell phone holsters when that was still a thing.
Right? He's nailed up by his feet, but his shoes have been taken off, and the shoes to the Eisenman are over there in the corner, and they're drenched in blood from kicking. There are kick marks all over this guy. And you can see from his new shoes that they are like kind of almost bloody footprints. Maybe not.
Okay. I lay them and put it out.
With your investigation, you notice that there are chunks of cartilage and stuff that have been spit out into a nearby dumpster, along with some teeth. Not from this guy, though.
The guy probably broke some of his teeth. He just...
And Bloodhound?
Yes.
Okay, Bloodhound, you think you might have the scent, but it's fading because it's been a hour. Like, it's been like almost like
Yeah, that would be
a
a
night, day cycle.
negative modified the roll. I mean.
Alright, so, are we just gonna try to follow my nose, wherever it goes? So it is-
I'll take what we have here back to Elysium. You should cover up anything you find along the way. If the trail goes cold, come back to Elysium.
Okay.
So do I.
We'll have cleaners come in for this.
So where okay. Like along the way.
For this.
Okay.
You go there, he's heading back to Elysium. They're going to take this body and huck it outside.
And like, definitely pointed out that there's a bunch of little chunks in that
Yeah.
dumpster.
They're going to get a crime scene cleaner to come in here. He's taking care of this.
Okay.
Should we do it manually or report to someone to also where the location is if something if we find something?
When you come back to Elysium.
Okay. So,
But clean up as best you can.
so I go to my car, take a bottle of peroxide to clean up any blood.
Alright, so you guys are going to follow the Sentinel footprints?
Yes.
Yeah.
It leads down to that corner store.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's positioned in such a way that its camera will point straight down this alley.
Do you see any blood spots inside?
There is someone behind the counter. They look kind of bored because it's night shift, and they see you approach. And they're just like behind the counter in a corner store.
What do the Eisenman look like?
Man, 30s, Japanese, and he was wearing like jeans and a shirt and a leather jacket, and now he's gotten rid of his shoes and has different shoes on.
Probably covered in blood, considering.
Okay. Hey, were you working here last night?
This is like a teenager, by the
Yeah.
way. No. Can I help you? Do you want smokes?
No, I'm actually looking for someone. Is the guy who worked here last night here?
Jane?
Sure, yeah.
Nah, she quit.
Really? Just
Yeah, she walked out on night shift last night, so day shift had to come in and clean up the place.
clean up the place?
Yeah, she didn't even lock up, and some homeless guy washed up in the bathroom.
Alright.
I'm gonna obfuscate.
We called the cops and stuff, like stuff was stolen.
Alright.
Do you know Jane?
No. Looking for someone else, actually. Never mind.
Okay, because we're trying to track her down.
I'm gonna go into the back room.
This is my week off.
I'm gonna go into the back room.
Okay.
Where like the tapes will probably be.
Okay.
I'm gonna take it.
Or did tapes?
Hmm?
No tapes. And the recording equipment's been smashed up a bit.
That's smart. Okay. I'm going to cycle into the washroom.
Okay.
When they say homeless man washed up, like, was there blood everywhere in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty obvious signs of it, and also like dirt and grime and like refuse.
Does it smell like there's new blood, as in that chick probably got her blood everywhere now?
No.
Okay. Okay, let's
I
go.
mean, there's like a fair amount of like a bleachy smell in here.
Well, yes, obviously. Alright.
You notice something like if you look look under the sink, you pick up on something. A few fingernails are under there.
Oh, like full fingernails?
Yeah.
Oh no. Are they like lady fingernails?
No, you can tell that because you're a vampire. You have all your tricks about checking blood and crystal and medicine.
I'm actually a doctor, and also people can usually just tell because lady fingernails are
Dude
different
nail.
nails.
Dude nail.
The nails are brawl, yo.
Alright. It's like falling apart. What the fuck is wrong with him? He shouldn't be losing all these body parts. I'm gonna go back out there.
Alright.
I don't think there's anything else that can help us with it.
See, Kaiser's just kind of pretending to browse while he waits.
Guy behind the counter's like counting cigarette boxes.
I'm just gonna leave.
Hey, so, I don't know, Sarah. That was her name, right?
Jane.
Jane.
Not even close.
I hate the homelessness problem.
My friend does, and Jane borrowed her jacket. Did she leave anything here at all, like when she left?
I think she forgot her purse or something. The manager took it.
All right.
There was no person in that bathroom.
Okay. Not that it's gonna matter much because she's not gonna be at home.
Right.
All right. Yeah. Have a safe night.
That's the damnedest thing. She, her little cart wasn't here, but she left her purse behind.
Huh. Cart.
Like the
That's what I think.
should I go back into the bathroom?
Sure.
Is there like an employee listing?
Yeah, there's like a shift schedule.
Okay. What's her name? Her full name?
Jane.
Austin.
No, Nicole. Jane Akers.
Jane Akers. Okay. What's her phone number?
You have it.
Okay.
What, you want me to give you a fucking phone number?
No, I was just saying.
8676309.
Right. So let's go.
Alright, you head outside of the place.
Yes. Where's the nearest? We should go to the nearest payphone,
Okay.
Okay.
and I'll look up her name.
In the payphone or in the
Phone
number
book.
you have?
That's fine.
Oh, okay. The number is tied to a mobile number.
Mobile number. She doesn't have like there's no Jane Acres or other acres.
There are other acres, there's like 4 or 5. Gotta do this T800 style.
Right? She's probably, like you said, she's probably not at home, but
You have her cell phone number, the mobile number?
yeah.
I'm gonna go up to the payphone and dial that number.
You hear ringing nearby.
I'll follow the ring.
There's a sewer access hatch just nearby this place for the runoff.
Okay.
We're gonna go back into the sewers.
Yes.
Possibly, or maybe he just ditched stuff down there. Yeah, let's check it out.
Alright, you guys open the hatch. Theodore knowing, the proper way to do it, because there's like a locking twist mechanism. So you guys, without anyone noticing, crack that open, and there's a body at the bottom of the ladder.
Oh shit.
Miss Jane, her neck's been broken, and she has bite marks all over her.
So that guy got a lot of blood just from that last guy, so he's obviously just...
Indulging.
Yeah.
There's indulging, and then there's fucking filling up on 2 people's worth of blood.
Well, considering that Eisenmen don't have any blood,
Oh,
Yeah.
they don't?
they have ectoplasm instead of blood, they don't have real blood. Maybe he needs to fill up like the entire body.
Or it's not filling him up at all, so he's just continually eating.
Yeah. I don't know.
Let's hop down and check out her body, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, her purse is, she doesn't have her purse, but, I don't know, you would know that her keys aren't there. Her keys aren't there. Her keys are not on her person, and they weren't in her purse.
Stole her little go-kart.
So there's no personal identification on her because she doesn't have her purse. But it looks like stuff was left on her body that isn't hers.
What do you mean?
Someone planted, like, it looks like it was clearly been planted, like it's been stuffed down her shirt. And it's like a poster for a local, like, metal concert.
You think he's fucking painting us?
I don't know. Maybe. When's the concert?
And yeah, if you check on her neck, where normally you would bite, it's someone that's taken like a nail or like something and like carved in like a pentagram, like a Satan symbol.
Someone's totally covering up the tracks.
Yeah, maybe they're trying to. Oh, because satanic panic.
Yeah, you know all about that, I bet.
Pearl clutching.
Alright, so I guess we should alert your sire that he has a second body to...
Oh,
Well, he said to tell them when we get to Elysium, so just like,
Yeah, this is kind of a big deal. Sewer workers, though.
oh, fair.
The city's pretty big. It might take a while for anyone to even notice this.
yeah.
I mean, we're not gonna be gone for days or anything.
Yeah, fair enough.
So let's investigate the body. of some-
Confiscate a blanket, put it over her.
There you go.
I don't actually
mean,
know if that's how it works.
Book her body, and her body's now an object.
Actually, her body is an object.
She is an object now.
Yes.
Well, depending on how you view sexism.
Let's objectify her.
You objectify her, Nicole. You objectify the shit out of her.
You're part of the problem.
Okay. So investigate around for clues.
Yes.
It looks like
Wait, no, I'm not gonna do that. That fucking costs a blood point. I'm not gonna keep doing that all day.
Obfuscate?
Yeah,
Does it?
the third dot costs a blood point every time you do it.
Didn't
yeah,
know.
fuck that.
Yeah. No.
Still,
I'm-
investigating around, like it's very noticeable to see. There's like slick tracks in the steel, like someone like was just kind of moving through an area that hadn't been disturbed in a while.
So he stole the go-kart and also just went through the sewers? Weird.
Maybe
Alright.
split up. Something, somehow.
I don't know, but yeah, okay, we'll look down here.
Going around the corner, there is a pile of bodies of like animal carcasses,
Oh,
like rats and like some birds and some bats and stuff.
Oh, let's see.
They've been pinned and displayed around the area to make it look like it's like some sort of thing.
Like an altar.
You have to kind of look back and kind of look at it up a bit, like a bird's eye view almost, and it looks like a skull.
What the fuck?
And it's vaguely grinning, like it's vaguely happy.
Take those down. Put them with her. And yeah.
Yeah, they've also been trained to have huge chunks just chewed out of them.
Any other clues nearby?
Is there excess blood anywhere?
Excess, like there's blood kind of all over the place.
Others.
Like, as in, he's just eating this and it's pouring out somewhere, or...
Basically, yeah. Like he's not all of it gets in the mouth.
Yeah.
But there's like signs of like chewing and stuff. Like he's like taking chunks out and just chewing through it.
Yeah. I'm just curious if he's actually...
Yeah, but after he's gotten the blood out of it.
Yeah.
Like a goat eating a bird.
I'm just curious if he's actually processing it, and, you know, all this blood he's drinking, he's still actually processing it, or if it's just... what the fuck's going on with that?
Alright, does it look like there's more tracks together, like downward from the
Not
bird
really.
bodies?
Looks like he probably
You
head
wanna
back
back
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, now it smells of sewers and animals and more people, so...
I actually don't think Bloodhound lets me track. Like, it's specifically for blood.
I mean, you use all specs.
I mean, we've also got this poster here.
Fair. When was that concert?
It looks like it's just like a show that's playing every couple of nights here.
I think that was actually just an attempt to make people think it was a different thing.
Well, we can keep it as a backup.
I definitely.
Use your magical allspice power to track it like an animal.
I definitely can do that. It's so convenient.
Yeah. I use my allspice.
Oh, okay.
recently, so-
Yeah, we'll have to track with like something weird ass, because
like a
unless
sewer
there's more
undersea.
cameras anywhere.
You guys surface?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, so further down the street from this place, there is a all-night breakfast restaurant that is closed because, well, it should be open because it's like a diner with breakfast food, but it's closed and there's like a police tape marking it off. And there is also a apartment complex that has like gated security, and there is also a dealership for monopedes, like little Vespa scooters.
Should definitely go to the place that's obviously had crime recently.
Yeah.
You go over there.
Where's the place is closed. There's no one there, and it's been marked off with tape, and there's a sign that says closed until further notice.
Is anything broken, like the windows or whatever?
There's no windows broken, but it looks like one of the tables in there is like been torn out of its like mooring and like been thrown against the kind of breakfast area. God, after this session, we should go to breakfast. Fuck. If you really go for breakfast food.
I crave some people.
Pick up pancake supplies.
Or we can go to International House of Pancakes or even IHOP.
I mean, there is a different breakfast place around here.
No, we
The
should go
Dutch.
specifically. Oh, I don't know what that place is. It might be good.
Anyway,
But I really like IHOP. But anyways, yes. That takes a lot of strength to tear that
There's
up.
also
so
been
it's
a-
probably him.
there's like a chalk outline on the bench that's like the top part of a dude, and then a chalk outline below.
Jeez.
Is it blood?
It's been cleaned up by crime scene.
Hmm.
They're probably still processing this. That's why it hasn't papers yet.
Yeah.
It just happened.
Okay. So another body.
That's up to like 3 or 4 at this point.
Right? This is getting out of hand. Is there anything that the police missed? Can I roll investigation again?
You gonna break in?
Sure.
Yeah.
That sounds like a job for...
This sounds like a job for Steely. Not you, Peter.
Not this time.
Not today. You don't need to set any broads on fire. It's still the coolest thing.
Is that a 1 or... No. So, 1 success. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. It's a diner It's a diner, not Fort Knox. It's not much harder than the bank.
Yeah.
Harder than the bank.
I said not much harder.
Yeah.
So it implies that this
Like it's not harder.
Okay, he didn't say that. He said
Not much harder.
Yeah, which
Not
means
much-
it is harder than the
a
bank.
bit harder than the bank.
No, that's not what that
That's
means.
what that
Yes, it
means.
is.
Listen, you
Yes.
fucking pieces of shit, each and every individual one of you.
You're
Anyway,
super
you're
wrong.
able to get into the diner.
Which has super good security for some reason.
Fuck you.
Wow. I'm sure glad we slipped past that armed guard. Fucking tourists. Really want to protect that pancake recipe.
Oh my god.
Alright, so yeah, what's in here?
So yeah, that table was pulled out of its little mooring and thrown against a thing. There's signs of struggle in here. One of the tiles is cracked, like someone fell on it or like was thrown on it really hard. And the coffee machine's been pulled out of its mooring at the back. Like it's been pulled out and the faucet's been snapped upward. And if you get a look, there's like gore on it
He's probably waltzing himself off again.
with hot coffee.
Lovely.
So he's just showing off at this point.
Also, doesn't seem like he can feel pain. I mean, he lit himself on fire,
Maybe he likes feeling something directly.
right? Or maybe he's just like
He's high
being
on
mean
life.
specifically to the thing he's possessing, because it's the smoke. So maybe
Yeah.
he's just torturing his host.
Could
Like
be.
the Exorcist come out.
Much before in the 80s.
I'm not looking up The Exorcist. What am I doing?
What are you
Like
doing,
this?
little buddy?
I don't want to give myself fucking nightmares.
1973, little buddy.
Yes.
The old movie, The Exorcist.
You guys want to do an investigation?
Yes.
Do it.
So that's wits and investigation, which is 4 dice.
I'm going to use my inspired condition.
I failed on my chance dice.
Aww.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes, which is exceptional success because I'm inspired.
Also, you get back willpower.
And you're inspired again!
Ahaha.
Yahaha! Alright, well, Theodore is on a roll tonight, having been tasked by his master to not fuck this up. And you notice, by investigating, looking at the chalk outline and remembering what the host looked like, the body that is in this outline here is the Icing Man.
Oh, he jumped ship.
So the body's probably in the morgue now.
And super evidency, because it's a dead person.
Yeah,
Oh,
so we need to
shit.
take that out.
We need to get that immediately. Like, not immediately, we should follow the trail still, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna go call.
There's a phone in here.
I'm probably gonna use, I don't have fingerprints, still a vampire, son of assholes. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking call my side from inside the crime scene.
Dr. San Giovanni.
Doctor, this is Leo.
Yes, I recognized your presence immediately. Glossy.
I do not work over the phone. The
Ice
smoke went to a different person. The Eisenman is now most likely in the city morgue.
Unbelievable.
We've also found another corpse along the way, and
In this
A whole lot of corpses.
yes. Well, we only found one,
Yeah.
and
but-
a bunch of animals.
and
this
the people
one.
who died here.
Summarize. Because I can hear you guys starting to talk about it.
We found a body at this location. Then we found a crime scene at a Denny's or whatever, and that's where the Eisenman was discarded. And now the police have him.
Silver body.
Oh no. Alright. Send someone there.
We'll keep up on the trail.
Yes.
He stole a vehicle as well, so
He did steal a cart.
It's mobile.
Yes.
mobile, extremely fast. Doesn't seem to suffer pain.
It's losing parts of it. Some of its fingernails came off when it was in a washroom and stuff. It might need to discard the bodies fairly quickly. That might be why the other one was so gross and also had so much chemicals in it to preserve it.
It's also just killing absolutely everyone in its path.
Yes.
Maybe it's not compatible with the
That's what my thought might have been. The blood might not have been satisfying it because it was in a dead body already.
So, we want to go into a vampire body now? Or something?
It's in a human
I
body.
assume-
They might
But,
be alive.
but it might want to be in a vampire body if that vitae will sustain it.
No idea.
Okay.
Vampires, so yeah, probably more stable folks. Yes, we will continue following the trail.
There's a police officer outside.
I'm gonna.
He pulled up in a cart, and he's just kind of looking at the door because he notices it's opened, but you guys are not obvious, right?
No.
No.
So he's like looking confused, and he's like going to check it in with this like his little flashlight.
I need to press I with this
Let's go off the back.
There's a bat.
Yes.
Because he doesn't have obfuscate. We really need to go.
I have stealth.
You have stealth.
Our obfuscate will help you because we're in a place where the person is not expecting anyone to be.
I mean, he expects people to be here because he saw the door was broken in.
He's like, no one's here, just some robbers in the background, but no one's specific. Yeah, by the time you go around, he's like walked out of the place and just he's like shutting the door and like he gets out like a twist tie and like twist ties the door shut.
That'll stop him.
You mean cable tie?
Yeah, a cable tie, not a bread bag tie.
Right?
Talks up him.
Some fucking pipe cleaner, fucking art on the door
Fucking
handle.
pipe cleaner and googly eyes.
Don't make it to me.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah.
I guess I'm gonna shut him up. Oh, what was the problem, officer?
Oh, some guys there. What do you mean?
I mean, there's some break in here. What happened here?
Oh, early last night, there's a murder in there.
Oh man.
Yeah, we're taking a look at it. We found a victim, but no one else.
Oh. Any other clues?
What's your name? Wait a minute, are you wearing your Freemason ring?
Yeah.
Okay, he kind of like adjusts his head. He has a Freemason ring.
Ah.
Ah!
Hmm.
We don't know. Just found a dead body in there that someone had thrown against the table. There should have been, a cook and a waitress on board, but no one was there when we got here. Someone called it in.
Oh. That's strange.
Yeah, they're persons of interest.
But we have their information by any chance?
Ah, yeah, sure. I'll just give that out. There you go. There you go, our vampire overlord.
Thank you, brother.
So, just saying, like I've been going to the I just got back from the doctor. It's not serious, but they're saying that like, my knees and my back are starting to go. I played a lot of football when I was younger. And I was just wondering if down the road, we could work out a system where, just move it along. I know the elders already have you tapped for that. They already have the list up and running, but
No,
I'm on the street. I know
Okay,
things about the
appreciate it.
street. Yeah.
I'll keep you in mind.
Exactly. Hey, who wants to live forever? Just like that Queen song. I do. I want to live forever. Vampires. He just leaves.
Jesus.
So what the fuck? That was a kind, and they were just openly talking about vampires on the street.
I mean, I'm not sure what's
Isn't that
going on here.
isn't that rule number one?
Like, the first rule we teach you,
Rumors.
they grab you and they shake you!
swear.
Don't you ever!
They say the F word? Oh, it's super disconcerting because they're angels.
Right. So
Jesus
You got the lead.
we should keep that to ourselves. But you really want to tell these assholes to not be talking about vampires in the middle of the street?
Yeah, I'll have
Talk
to.
to a vampire about it.
Are you still here?
They were talking to a They know a vampire. He's the guy.
He's talking about on the street.
No one's here.
As a police officer who knows, it's like, oh my god.
Straight up, if I didn't have all my willpower right now, I would be regaining all of it because I just uncovered a secret that could
And-
end someone.
It's like, what the shit, man?
He wants to be a vampire. All the elders are already figuring out their proposals to you, and it's
He implied that he has a vast network of people he's told already.
Eh.
They really want to be vampires, so they can accrue money and power forever. They're gonna form some sort of first estate where rich people are in charge, and like you're gonna tell them already there. They're like, where did we get left out? We're the three Masons.
See, it's like a pyramid.
Yeah.
I'm right here, and you guys are like below me. So
But we're the peer. We have the eye. It's in our sigil. We were here first.
Just cuts to them all at their club, like Masterpiece Theaters playing on. Cuts outside, just detonating the whole building. All the vampires are there. It's like, it had to happen.
We just wanted to set up a vast conspiracy of rich vampires that controlled every part of the government and religion and God and stuff. And then we would be in charge for... It already exists? Why wasn't I called? This is shit.
because you went around here 2,000 years ago.
I have stock in... I am a leading board member of Enron. I deserve this.
You head of Rome.
So, that's 2 bodies missing from here.
Yes, probably one he stole and one he killed.
Killed and probably left somewhere around here.
Yes.
We should find that.
Do any of the sewers smell blood? Do any of the sewers around you smell blood?
I don't know, I would try to see it.
Or you're not. I'll just give that to you. I'll just give that to you.
Okay.
Do you think he took a hostage?
They took off in... Like, that vehicle's not here, so they probably took off in that.
How do you track a vehicle?
License plates.
Fair. Oh, you have cop! Go get the cop back!
Go get the cop back.
I mean, you know, run the place doesn't really work in the 80s where they have just individual cameras in various places.
They have limited cars here. There's so few.
I mean, they're probably out on the road right now, so...
The road?
The road!
They're fucking off-roading over by the Leviathan skeleton and the Titanic?
There's not many places you can hide.
They're fucking jumping their dune buggies over ridges and BMX biking?
Yeah,
Off-road?
No, wait. They have video cameras.
Yeah?
What do you mean?
Police probably have the cameras and the videos from the IHOP where all this murder just happened.
I mean,
You're gonna call the cop back. You can call Officer Nicky back.
Not Officer Nicky!
His name's Nicholas.
No, it's not.
Don't be like that.
Officer Dick.
Okay, officer.
Oh, it's just Richard. My name's Richard. How can I help? You called me back? Hey, we should talk. Are they also vampires?
No, we're friends. We're in the know is all.
That's why you should be talking about this out loud.
Well, they're with you. I assume they're part of your cult.
I mean, what if I just have some people around, just,
Kill them and hide their bodies, and I cover it up for you instantly.
Okay.
All of us would.
Kaiser was about ready to rip this guy's head off.
Don't provoke them.
Take down his head.
Okay.
Your dad's a cop.
Oh.
All of us would. Your dad's like, I'll look into it. And he like adjusts his hat. And he has a Freemason ring.
I would actually be worried about your dad getting killed because he's part of the fucking Freemasons.
It's like,
So
And then
guys,
Caesar's like, shit. And then he adjusts his hat, and he is Freemason. He's like, oh no, it's spreading.
Hey, Fyodor, can I be part of the Masons?
it's like, guys, my touchstone died. I don't know what happened.
It's impossible to know. And what can I do for you?
There might be a cartel that loose with some possibly the murder around, and he might be around right now. So we need to figure out, what he might be around right now.
Yeah, there was a cart outside the place. It just,
disappeared.
well, it went on, so we didn't think it was related.
You
Well,
also should get rid of the video.
Oh, we already buried that once it looked weird.
Okay, excellent.
so yeah, we need to figure out where it went and at least where it might be around right now.
Alright, who do it belong to?
That's
Jane Akers.
Okay. He like on his walkie, he like trying to say calls it in because they have it, registered. Okay, yeah. It was sighted entering the Russian dome.
Oh, fuck. Of course.
how long ago?
Like 5 hours ago.
Okay.
5 or 6 hours, probably around 6 p.m.
Okay. Perfect. I guess we're going there. No.
That's going into. Oh wait, the cop's still here.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stare at him until he leaves.
Thank you, brother.
No problem, brother. Walks away.
If it's in the Russian dome, we should speak to Rebecca, one of them, and also see if we can alert the fucking crones
You want to call Ira again?
after we speak with or
After Elysium?
after Elysium or at Elysium.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, we can't go into the Russian dome without causing trouble.
we can't feed in the Russian dome by causing trouble. We can go in the Russian dome. Besides,
Yeah, you just go there.
we're basically on order by the prince to investigate this, so get fucked. I've got backing. My backing is backing. Okay. Are we going Ira or just going?
Well, you're closer to Elysium. So
Okay.
you
then
can dump the
Elysium
info
will
and then
go in,
continue investigating.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay.
We might need backup, so
Yeah.
because this guy is literally tearing people apart with his bare fists. So
Damn you, Lisa.
Alright.
mind flipping on the light as well?
Yeah, sure. We just pause. And we're back. So you guys head to the Iron. It looks like it's almost a full house at the Iron when you arrive. Basically, all the vampires are here.
Come on.
Man, we're always late.
And like LaCroix is like arguing with Scarmillion over something in Latin. And like they're getting really into each other's faces and stuff and like pointing and shit. And everyone kind of just stops and turns to look at you three come in.
Oh God.
Leo stands there looking with fucking deer in the headlights.
Ah, this is LaCroix. Perfect. Perhaps now we can have some clarity to the events transpiring.
I look to my sire.
Like just you to come over.
Yeah, okay.
Like, to all of you, like your sires are at your sires are at one table waiting for you guys to show up.
Okay.
Ira's there too. All right. What did you learn?
This one's going on a rampage. He swapped bodies at this point, which is apparently a thing he can just do. He's killing just endless victims, trying to pin it as a satanistic type of thing, pentagrams on the neck. So he's not trying to like violate our masquerade or anything. It's just
He is doing
well, he is blatantly doing that,
Yeah.
but
He's indulging himself, it seems.
it's a
This
game.
is not good.
We don't know which body he's in at this point, because both a female and a...
The cook and the waitress,
Oh, they're both female. Yeah, I assume the cook was male.
maybe.
Did we get any of that information? No.
I mean, we've got the
I don't
information.
think even the police would
We're
know.
gone.
Yeah.
Both those two disappeared. We don't know which body they're in.
My contacts have said that two people entered the Russian dome in a cart,
Yeah.
and they went on a small rampage in a local stop station.
Both of them?
Yes, people killed, flesh eaten, blood drained.
So she ain't a hostage. She's You think they can multiply? Is that why he's drinking so much?
Maybe.
What did you find out, like from the top?
Well, it's some vampiric-related entity. It's not one of us, it's something else. It seems to be an owl-shaped creature with,
Alexi does not look happy. Like people are hearing it, and some of the vampires here are just like, oh no.
with golden eyes. It probably was related to those extra drainings that were occurring in the Russian dome. I think we went to investigate it, might have disturbed it, and that's why it went after us. We're guessing either it doesn't take human hosts all that kindly, or either it prefers to shed them. Maybe
Corpses don't work for it. Scarmillion marks them.
maybe it's looking for something stronger.
It needs kindred bodies.
Exactly. We're guessing.
Shit, do you think that's why it attacked us?
Probably.
Some people are starting to argue with themselves again.
So maybe it will end up in one of our corpses and look around in general.
Probably going to try attacking us again then.
Attack the weakest of us.
Yeah.
The bodies, what state were they in?
They were chewed up like chunks missing from it, and he would spit out the chunks after.
Structurally
getting blood.
intact?
Oh yes.
Well,
It's torn out.
the Iron Man was torn in half. Iceman.
The Eisenman would probably have lost its structure after being ridden for so long and so hard.
Other than that, the blunt teeth marks and
And they don't have fangs. Yeah, people are just talking to themselves for the information.
You sound like you have a rough idea of what this is. Or y'all look like it.
LaCroix kind of has been moving over after he's been like talking back to people, going back and forth, people trade information. Your sire and Ira start talking. Like they have like pictures of the guy, of the MIB guy, like pictures from around the Atlantis one that they've gotten from file footage, and they're like tracking stuff on a little map. You have encountered something we haven't had a chance to teach you about yet. Most vampires, most kindred do not speak of such creatures. They are the owls. Kind are hunted by kindred. Kindred are hunted by these. They're the top of the food chain.
Oh.
They're called the birds of Dis. Dis being hell in Dante's Inferno.
Okay.
The Strix, the Parliament of Owls.
So what is it they do?
Enjoy.
They definitely seem to have been doing that.
They ravage through kindred society and play games with it. They're predators. We have not encountered any here in the city. I would have thought that the nature of the city precluded their following. They are very hard at operating, well, much like we are, but with different problems, with different supposed weaknesses, different restrictions, different natures. The open ocean should have stopped them from crossing.
Unless they stowed away in those fish, those parasites.
It would appear so.
So did it come down here, or do we think that it was woken up from already being down here?
The Parliament, they are very different from us, but very similar. Many of the things you believed in your childlike years about kindred come from their myths. Garlic, running water, crosses. Different types of them have different associations with them. They can walk out openly in the sunlight.
Even if they're in a kindred?
Yes.
Oh.
We were hoping the open ocean would stop them from reaching this place. It requires a fair bit of patience and maneuvering through kind society to reach Atlantis 1. This place was being billed among the First Estate as an absolute safe house.
And they can turn others like we do?
They don't turn, they multiply. They feed enough and use the blood, the blood of our blood to multiply.
The first one, he was powered by Vitae.
Oh,
That pump.
Yeah, it was.
did Dr. Sanjivani find a hard drive in it during that dissection?
I did. I haven't had a chance to look at it. I gave it off to Alexa.
Because it looks like something was either sedating it or maintaining it with that pump.
I thought that it was just making it so its body could live longer. Because it rots out the bodies it's in, so.
Well,
Some of our members have more experience than others. For most kindred, they are myth, they're not real. He looks over at Scarvelian and said that when the original vampire world society existed, it was Rome where the Strix brought it low. Before, there was no Invictus or Chrome or Engineers. There's one world order.
It would have been easier to one of those.
The Camarilla.
I guess I look around the island, see whether everyone's accounted for, is someone missing. Like,
Everyone's accounted for.
Okay.
Even the
We
diamond
should go
seems
check
here.
barrels.
where else?
Yes.
Our Mr. Iron Man should be setting out now to investigate. You should go with.
Yes.
Shit, if they get a hold of one of those.
Exactly, because it was. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but.
Okay.
Very well. We'll continue here. You go and go with Mr. Iron Man.
Alright.
Are we all going?
Yeah.
Alexi kind of like as you go, like the crowd goes back to the Nosferatu essentially and starts arguing with them. Like Scarvelian is like yelling things about total war and then just the mastery doesn't apply down here and stuff. Like just burn it all to the ground.
Oh my god.
And it is getting heated and vampire. Like they're doing the face thing where they just get all angry at each other and hiss.
Glad I'm leaving.
Alexi and Ira, like just for you guys to stay a bit. It seems prudent to not try and track the beast because it will become self-evident. But what if we tracked the host? Someone made that host.
Gave a blood.
David Blood. Also, every piece of equipment inside, like he shows the hard drive and like the insulin pump, like he has it like in a little box, was manufactured here in the city. No imports.
You think another vampire snuck down here and just started doing this shit?
If we found where the host comes from, we might be able to track this conspiracy. The owls can be patient. They can even work with mortals and kind, and they can even work with kind and kindred and other things. They're information brokers.
Someone had it out for.
I mean, there aren't that many Davis around. So if they need to get their supply from them, then either the one that's walking or the one that's in the barrel.
Yeah, we already knew that. We were talking about the equipment.
The hardware.
Yeah.
You have manufacturing connections.
Yes.
You might want to look into that. We're going to try and keep. The Senate is cautioning Macron not to act too hastily with large-scale changes. This thing is trying to throw us off balance and isolate us.
Certainly.
Feels like we got something good down here, so let's try to fuck it up.
Yeah, Ira's Ira and him is basically working together, like piecing together info on the guy, and Ira has pictures. He went to this barber shop. Every part of him came from the city, even his clothes.
Yeah.
His fucking haircut came from here.
Okay, so how do we want to proceed now?
We should go with Michael Iron Man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they tell you that he's at his shop getting ready.
It's gave a blood, so it's either Ariel, another one, or someone dug up that one
Exactly.
canned vamp and used his blood for this.
It is possible that they might have exhumed Hero.
His name's Hero?
Yes.
Alright, I guess we'll go meet him at his shop.
Alright, you guys leave Elysium as the entire court of fucking vampires start arguing with each other and try to keep a cool head.
Yeah, I'm really glad I'm leaving. That's scary.
Your sire's screaming out before everyone. LaCroix suggests LaCroix is apparently upset that there's so many Eisenmen, and he's like, we have to get rid of them. He's like, I will not have my work destroyed because of the petite effete, half-burned prince cannot keep a single city out. They are going at each other.
No! Oh, I'm out of here.
I will take my work, I will take my Eisenman, I will take my child, and we will leave and let you rot. I have contacts in Bucharest. I have contacts in Ottawa. I have contacts in LA that can pay more than you pay.
He's fucking
Oh,
coming with you. Oh no, dude.
Don't you ever test me, you little limp-nosed Frenchman.
Can't help but wonder if your dad's there. Dad there is writing a check his ass can't cash.
My Eismen outnumber this entire court. What are you going to use as footmen? You stupid, short-sighted.
Let's
Yeah,
Look.
Jesus. I mean, it's true. His Eismen do outnumber the entire vampire court. And they're, as you all three learned, not all vampires are good at fighting.
That is super worrisome, especially since this thing can multiply and infect anything. And these things are strong.
He's also like, see like metal and Kevlar under their skin and stuff.
Yeah, so it's like the prince has a point here.
Everyone has a point, but everyone is selfish.
Yep.
So if this place burns to the ground, where are you gonna go?
Back home to Russia?
I don't know.
Eh.
Your sire can take you.
Probably to LA.
Yeah, we can always go to LA.
There's no special owls in LA.
I mean, there's no Invictus yet there, from what I understand.
That is something.
That's true. It's a fact.
It is a fact.
But I mean, the grandchild of LaCroix asking for safe haven in LA. I think they'd go for it.
Oh, they'd love me.
Oh yeah.
You'll be a special guest.
I forgot.
Paraded.
You're technically LaCroix's grandchild.
Yeah.
But
You have an in in LA now.
You have an in. And you have an in.
Yeah, I'm sure that wouldn't lead to, what do they call it? They mentioned it, a blood hunt.
I mean,
it sounds like something that they would call things.
you probably survive. I'll probably survive.
We go to Michael Ironman's.
Alright. Yeah. Retail repair shop. Michael Ironman has a, he's not wearing like his suit, he's wearing like work clothes basically. Overalls underneath one of those like machine shop like onesies. Machine shops have like those full body like
Overalls?
jumpsuits.
Jumpsuits.
Jumpsuits, and then he has like overalls over top of it.
Yeah.
He has tools in his pockets and stuff. What?
He's wearing overalls over his coveralls.
Yeah, for the pockets and concealment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost like he knows what he's doing or something.
Alright, but coveralls usually have pockets.
Yeah, and he has more. Overalls, like full body suit, the jumpsuits I used to wear don't have like a front pocket thing.
That's where he stores his M&Ms. So, yeah.
And then put
Oh.
socks and sandals.
Look, my entourage.
Yeah.
Hello.
So, I guess I'm taking you guys to see where the bodies are buried. Right on time.
Yeah.
We wait on time.
You wanted to see earlier.
Oh yes.
Remember? Our conversation about it.
Yeah, you really don't want to be at the club right now.
Well, they're doing their thing, are they?
They're doing a lot of things.
Peacock.
You mentioned owls before.
Yeah. Don't trust owls, in any sense of the word.
Why the fuck would a vampire ever accept one's advice or aid or work with one at all?
Or use it.
You were implying that might have been what happened.
They're powerful, and they know secrets.
Someone-
Owl secrets.
Did someone try to sabotage LaCroix again by sending maybe some Cartian sending those owls here just to
That'd
make
be,
him look weak?
that'd be an awfully shitty thing to do.
Vampires are not international.
But they're kind of like city focused, or
It's hard to leave, so they focus on their own thing.
oh yeah, I guess try to go anywhere far.
The kindred of Japan or Germany, different affair. What if I would not give a single fuck about the kindred of LA?
Right down on a highway between LA and like San Jose, and you're fucked.
Yes, you are. Okay, we have to head to the docking ring.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just walking with you guys. He's,
Sorry. Can we grab some stuff from my shop first?
What do you need?
okay, sure.
I'm going to get some syringes and some and like a little kit to keep them in.
So you just go to a pharmacy, right? Have the rack in there. You have to go here.
Doesn't matter. The
Okay.
dock
Do
is in the
Do
promenade
they
dome
just
where she
openly
lives.
sell needles places?
Yes, they actually give them away for free. Oh my god,
I
you're
mean-
so sheltered.
That makes sense nowadays, but I didn't think they used to.
Anything back there, you just go to a med clinic.
Weird.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What would this?
you go to your place and you get your med kit. It doesn't matter if you get your med kit.
Yes.
It's not that much of a detour.
Sure.
Yeah, he goes to the docking bay. The docking bay in the Promenade Dome has a tourist and like kind of the commercial, residential commercial area, and there's the industrial part of it, which is kind of separate, which has like deep sea vehicles and stuff for outside work, and like the diving suits and shit.
Yep.
All right, LaCroix has one of these permanently on hold. It's one of the more modern units. There's only a few of them in the whole city, and it can reach where we have to go.
Cool.
So he like goes to the docking ring, opens the door, and kind of just gestures you to get on board.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a deep sea vessel with like a bubble lid and stuff.
You close the thing, it exposes the gold.
Right?
Right? And my clerk's like, oh fucking lord!
Michael Iron Man's like, smoke.
I'm magic, you idiot!
What I love is that with resilience, even if you take enough damage that would kill a normal person, you still look like you took the damage. So, like, give me a smoldering corpse, and you're like, I'm fine. I took one lethal.
I'm fine.
I spent
I'm
the
fine.
I spent the willpower to make those scars permanent.
Why would you?
Birdman.
I guess because you want to be cool.
I want to always break the masquerade wherever I go forever.
Yeah, LaCroix, what the hell?
I didn't want to be a Venture anyway. I want to be a Nosferatu.
I want to be a Nosferatu. Coach Ferratu. Yeah, he powers up the vehicle, does system checks. It takes him a while because it's a like 2-3 person sub, and he's the only one who knows how to pilot it.
Right?
At least we don't have drive.
Yeah, you're probably one of the guys doing the heavy machinery.
Computer?
It's not a computer. Yeah, he's just flicking switches, getting things set up, checking ballasts, flushing things, and like refilling. And yeah, eventually, you guys just kind of drop off of the city and start zooming away.
Was the arcade cabinet there? Is in Elysium?
Yes,
Okay.
it has a sheet over it.
Okay. The sheet was actually staying on this time.
Yeah, there's
Maybe
a
it was
sign.
hiding because everyone was yelling.
There's a sign over it that said "Vampire, don't play."
I'm the second owl.
Ooh, it's like a digital one, like a pixel art owl.
Oh.
Fucking swatted out, like 1,000 points appear above its head.
Waka waka. Yeah, it's gonna be about an hour in this sub. He's like heading away from the city, like a straight line. You do for like the hour and a half this goes on for.
Try not to think about how much water is everywhere.
I know, right?
How
I
much
guess-
are so dead. Oh my god.
I'm just walk back.
No.
Cards. Just cards. So, what, did he have a extra special punishment dome built just for this?
No, it wasn't built for this. We just use it for it. It's the prototype site.
Oh, that makes sense that they have those around.
Yeah, it failed for various reasons. Yeah, you guys are heading away from the promenade towards the A0, like the power plant built into the volcano, but you're going to be going around the vent basically. On your way, there's things on the surface of the ocean. There's like little tinier vents and like cracks in the rock that give off light and stuff, like from molten shit. And like one of the spotlights actually kind of comes over a large skeleton of some sort of leviathan-looking creature, like a whale or something. And it's just coated in marine life.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that fell there years ago. Hasn't fully decomposed.
Huh. You ever worried like one's gonna crash into the city or something?
We have things set up for that. The dome has leaves over top of the actual dome part that would like roll them off.
Ah. Yeah, makes sense.
Little sonar devices on the ballast up top and on the domes also push the bills away. So they don't tend to gravitate around here even when they die. After a while, you start seeing signs of construction. Like there's like holes in the ground where like rebar is sticking out of, and like pipes and stuff. Looks like the base of an oil rig almost. That's like been twisted and like snapped in half and like cut and stuff. Cables lying everywhere that are hooked up to nothing. And he just kind of starts slowing the sub down, like trying to take it through some of the scaffolding. Yeah, there's some of the connections on in here, so shouldn't be too bad.
Basic power, air.
Oh, no air. We're gonna have to deal with that.
Are you gonna be alright? I mean, you've done this before, so obviously you have a way.
There you go. Now you're thinking of portals. What?
Super anachronistic.
You'll get it one day.
What's yeah, fucking time?
Oh, yeah, eventually you go through some of the scaffolding, some of like the man-made kind of trenches and stuff carved into here, and yeah, there's what looks like a very basic, very fetal promenade dome, like a very rough design of it. It's a lot blockier, has a lot more like overhangs and arches and like welds in it. Not a lot of glass, but it has like cables running into it, and every once in a while a light will flick on the inside. Looks like it could hold maybe 200 people.
Huh.
And its base is screwed on either side of a crack going straight down the mountain of the volcano. So like it overhangs an abyss. Wow.
Man, who thought that was a good design choice?
It was the best way to tap the ambient power before the actual generator was set up.
Huh. I mean, fair. You're still constantly like looking down at the abyss, wondering if, you know, the ports ever gave out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, is it meant to be a permanent fixture? A couple thousand years, it'll probably just fall right in.
Shit.
Not my problem. Yeah, he kind of goes under into the crevice, and there's no light down there. Like, it looks like it's not quite as lit up as the other ones, and it just goes down. And there's like a hood basically he drives up in that has like stale air pockets in. Yeah, eventually the thing has like caterpillar treads and arms that kind of just lets it grab on and pull itself up out of the water and into the bay. Locks into place. He takes out a painter's mask that he's like glued gears and sprinkles and stuff on, like sparkles and stuff onto, and written air machine on it, and just kind of puts it over his mouth and makes like a clicking noise on it. Like there's a key and it makes like a little like you can hear like a little fan going. Kind of like a lawnmower. All right, crack it. Air exchange happens, like it evens out. It's stale, old air. There's vague scent of blood in here.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like a smaller, more crude promenade dome in here. Like there's overhead lights. You can see buildings have been halfway built, but they're more like workshop buildings and company and like housing for like a lot of people. There's like a cafeteria area that's just out in the open with no roof to it and stuff. That just is in the middle of like the vast floor of this place. Walls that were halfway put together and welded with like scrap metal. And yeah, this place looks fairly rough shot. There's like heavy machinery around here too, like Caterpillar forklifts and dollies and welding material. I come here sometimes, so I want to be left alone.
Well, it's isolated.
Oh, you bet.
Which makes me think is if someone was using blood of the Deva here, they'd have to know about this place. I didn't realize it was so remote from everything else, so they'd have to have known about this place from a vampire.
The test site's pretty obscure. Like, most people don't even know that the test site even existed. They think that the generator inside the volcano is it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Plus, also,
so-
they would have had to know this is where we were keeping people.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of rungs to this. I think like me, LaCroix, Zelda. Not Zelda. Yeah, no, Zelda probably does. Rebecca. Probably Alexi. Senators know.
None of whom I can see working with an owl.
You never know. Vampires, sneaky, traitorous, murderous thugs. Makes sense of the sub.
So maybe if it's a Gangrel, they can get here easier because they can just swim apparently here.
What, Bruno?
Could be.
Huh?
I mean, he got here without anyone finding out.
Fair.
Makes you wonder how many others did.
Possible. Bruno's a bit unique, though, as far as I can tell. You guys can't do the larger shapeshifting. He can.
Huh.
You can't really get bigger than like a tiger or something. He can go full on whale.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're all
whale
kind of
with
weird in
fangs.
some way. I like a whale, but it's more like predatory, like a shark or something. I don't know. I'm not a marine biologist.
And I mean, I can't see some sort of owl monster spirit having its own submarine. So.
Well, there's only like 2 or 3 of these that can get here, just due to the pressure difference and the maneuverability and the docking clamps. So
Yep. So there's someone with
That's
good
a
access.
he's just walking. Like there's like stairs and things. This place has its own like, underbelly system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys are just going through sewers that have like collapsed in places, welded over, sealed up. There's like some bodies down here, like old skeletons. Workers? Yeah, some people didn't make it out.
Huh.
What happened?
They got lost.
Oh.
We didn't find out they were still here until well after everyone had left. And those only when McCraw wanted to turn this place into the holding area that we found him.
Wow.
Probably ghosts and stuff down here, but that's not my problem.
Doesn't sound like any of our problem, really.
Yeah. Well, unless you deal with ghosts.
I guess we should keep an eye out for any sign that someone's been here recently.
Ghosts.
For ghosts.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about specters unless you're dealing with the veil and stuff.
Well, we don't know what that is, so I'm
There you
gonna
go.
assume.
You're good. You're fine.
Like,
It's fine.
Leo's has like something about glasses and wedding dresses. What are you talking about?
There are people that deal with spirits. They make them pass on and make sure they don't bother people. They love doing it. It makes them feel good. He just keeps on walking.
Keep walking as well.
Who's that telephone woman who, like, super, like, you know,
Janine?
yeah, and Janine or something like that?
No, just Janine.
Janine.
Like the secretary from Ghostbusters?
No, I mean, like, she had a phone line where people would call in and she would talk to the spirits.
Oh my god. Aunt something. I don't know her name.
And that's exactly what Caesar's imagining. It's just her. It's like, oh. Well, I guess everything's real, so I guess she wasn't a horrible fraud. Preyed on people's emotions.
Mhm.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, you guys keep walking. Eventually, there's like a central area. It looks like this is where like a lot of the infrastructure would have been plugged into the bottom of it and like set up to be a proper thing. And it's just empty. It's basically like a sewer culvert that has like water that isn't quite going up into it, but it has like grading and protective areas around it. Like it's open and exposed to the water because the water's bottom is not pushing itself up.
Okay.
And yeah, this is just a big football field sized hole in the floor that has like a rim around it. That just goes straight down into that crack.
Prince doesn't fuck around with punishments, does he?
Well, it's nicer than just killing them, so, you know, he's got that going for him. Good old Quispy.
Kaiser turns around for a moment and needs
He
some
needs
time.
time.
Leo is far too freaked out right now.
Oh,
to
Grandpa
find that
Crispy.
funny, because this is so in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the
He
fucking
can just
ocean.
push you in.
Right? Like, oh
He
my
can reveal his
god.
mage powers and, like Ganon, start throwing fireballs at you.
Into,
Push us in there and just put a lid over top. And
into the barrel you go.
Oh my god, it's like, this was the secret. We're just putting you in barrels now.
Also, you're conscious the whole time.
Yeah.
There's a
he'll
lie.
eventually explode and go into torpor. And as he walks around the edge, there's an area that has like workshops and shacks in it, and there are like a bunch of fabricated metal coffins that have been welded together with like chain loops on them and stuff. Yeah, this is it.
They're not in the water?
No, no one's in them.
Oh, I see.
You think I'm gonna like make one to order? I just made like 50 of them.
I thought you meant like, this is it, like these are where the people are. And I'm like, what? Aren't they in the giant hole of water you just showed us?
No, that's a distraction.
Right?
He opens up the shack and pulls out this giant like diesel motor basically. And, like starts working on it. I gotta put it back together. We break it whenever we leave.
Oh.
So some asshole can't just come in and
Yeah, it's cool.
yeah, I know. Yeah.
I
Anyway.
thought they were just gonna change like.
Oh, there are chains.
Okay.
Try pulling them up. See how far that gets you.
Oh, I see.
It's like 700 times the atmosphere of Earth down there.
Protein.
Roadie. We actually tried that once. We had a gang roller than Bruno down here for a while, and we used him as the acid test to see if he could pull it up. Him and the Nosferatu all went at it. They couldn't get them up without like 5 of them.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we used mooring chains. They're over there. And like, yeah, they're chains that are like, each link is about this big, about yay thick around.
Yeah.
Wow.
For listeners, I with my hands gestured at a very large chain. Very large.
How about eBay?
It's large. Just imagine it being large. Don't fucking ask for details. Circumferences. Fuck. Listeners.
It's like a footlong.
Anyway, yeah, he works on this for like an hour. Just putting parts in. He has a Jenny with him that he fills it up with.
I go rummaging.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, sure. Explore. It's pretty fun. There's a lot of great trash down here.
That's sheer boredom.
You guys go exploring?
Mm-hmm.
There's great trash down here. There's like old computer systems that are in the walls and stuff that like made for like, you know, accessing different parts of the place, like opening doors and stuff. There's a fair amount of like parts for like subs and maintenance equipment, you know, tools.
I'm actually specifically going to explore just to add this in here. Because Michael's the only man that can operate the ship, so I'm not letting him out of my sight.
Oh yeah, he's the guy you're fucking here to keep an eye on.
I'm not letting him out of my sight. He's the only guy that could get me out of here.
He's so trustworthy, especially after we spilled organs all over him last time.
Spilled organs all over him, robbed his house a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Like,
I mean, one of us is not living here, I guess.
what?
I guess one of us is not living here.
It's a vote.
A vote has been declared.
I mean, we haven't dissed him.
I mean, to his face.
Okay. What next?
Just after some time, there's diving suits too, and like old oxygen tanks that have been like blown open and stuff.
From just being down here, pressure building up.
Pressure problems. One of them looks like one of them has an axe embedded in it.
Nice.
Yeah. Eventually, he calls you guys back over,
Yep.
and I guess we'll just pause. And we're back. Okay, so yeah, after that time passes, he takes the engine, he hooks it up into a part under kind of the metal boards, like it plugs into a place basically, he has to winch it down. And yeah, he just starts like pulling and cranking at the engine to get it up and running. Eventually it does, it clicks in with like a bunch of like gears and stuff underneath, like things for, you know, translating motion to bigger motion. And yeah, he starts like there's chains, and he just kind of hooks them onto different links onto the spool, and just starts trying to get us to pull it up one at a time.
How many are there?
There's like 5.
Huh.
He's got like little tags on each chain beginning, just so he can remember which one is which.
So, I don't know if I've asked this before, but why doesn't he just exile them?
Because they live in his court, and you get punished for your actions. You don't have to go to some other city and shit it up.
Huh.
Plus, if they do something really bad, then that just means that they're gonna take vengeance.
Also, that means the price for being an asshole is you get to do it somewhere else and never get punished for it. Like, you can see the just myriad of problems with that, right?
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I broke the
It's
masquerade and fucked up enough to be killed. Alright, we're not going to kill you. We're just going to put you in the box.
I guess I'm just kind of wondering what gives him the right to.
He's the prince.
He's Prince. No few people.
Let's see.
He's your dad.
So who elected him?
He's a prince.
He's
not the mayor. He's the prince.
You're not cartel.
I mean, yeah, okay,
Like,
a prince.
he's not elected. That they call
they
him
specifically
mayor.
call it. From what I remember, they specifically call the title Prince because vampires get uppity at the title King.
Huh.
But it's the same thing. He's in charge of you. He elected himself by being in charge.
Well, that's shit.
Yeah, well, welcome to the rest of your life.
I mean, I enjoy it.
It's like how there's only just kind of putting together. It's like, holy shit, this guy didn't get elected. This guy didn't get approved. He just.
But I assumed
Why
he
is
was.
he?
I assumed he was old enough or had an important enough sire that they're like,
He blew
You were
himself
good
the
at this.
fuck up.
Become in
He
charge
lost
of stuff.
LA. Wait, what the fuck? How did he get this place?
No one else wanted it because it's garbage.
What do you mean this place is garbage? This place has no sun.
It also has a smaller kind population and it doesn't have suburbs.
Huh.
Do you know how easy it is to feed off of soccer moms and drug addicts? It's a little hard when the drug addict population is below 0.5% due to excellent rehabilitation policies. And the fact that only rich people vacation here.
I mean,
There's a thriving middle class in Atlantis 1.
one of the three of us didn't specifically join the Invictus already.
And that's why there's a thriving middle
You can
class.
always leave.
Princes.
Cashier, merit got out.
I mean, it's not
What
Detroit.
merit?
Invictus status and then merit.
Oh, I thought you said, like, oh, no, I specifically didn't have that. That was the entire point.
You know,
But I mean, you could cash it out, and then they'd be like,
It's not Tokyo. There's like 18 people per square cubic centimeter, and it's really hard to know if they're vampires because a lot of people have fainting the disease from working so goddamn hard.
Shit, that does sound better.
let's
I
go
mean,
to Donkey
the no sun thing is like really nice.
Oh, it's really great for you guys, I imagine.
I don't know. Maybe this whole thing will erupt and it'll be a bunch of poor people down here. A lot of poor people you can just be on.
And they're looking to expand the domes so we can get some urban sprawl going on.
Oh.
That'll be great.
I mean,
There we go.
In 40, 50 years.
It's kind of hard to be a poor person when the upkeep of pushing your air alone is costing a ridiculous amount of money.
Someone's got to clean the toilets.
Yeah, and those guys have union gigs.
Yep. We followed those like years ago.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I was there. I was fucking picketing.
Yeah.
Right? We set up those lines before he sucked and turned into a vampire. Back when I respected you as a person.
Well, I'm sorry.
Apologies don't cut it, you're a vampire now. It sucks. You were so cool, you were like an architect and rich and worked for the KGB, I was almost certain. What happened to you, man? You changed.
Well, I got changed.
You're the real victim. Not these guys in these coffins are dredging up. How did I know one of them does dredge up? And it's a chain with a coffin that's been jerry-rigged open, like it's been like ripped open, the front of it, and it's empty.
Oh, there we go.
Maybe I didn't lock that one.
So, which one was that?
Hero?
Sociopath Brick Gangrel.
Oh,
He kind of just boots it and lets it fall back down. It takes a while for it to...
so is he like fucking dead down there then? Did he just fall into the chasm and,
We can only hope.
yeah.
And I'm sure the next one will be fine. He changes the chains. Takes so long.
Back to cards. New solitaire game.
Yeah, no, he's your prince. He's in charge of you. You pay your allegiance to him.
Yeah, that's real lovely.
All of you do. It's so great.
So he's Invictus though. So why are the others required to? Like why? Just because he wanted to take it, and he's Invictus, so therefore...
He's Prince of the City. He's in charge, and none of the other two factions want to be in charge. One of the other two factions is two people who are just happy to be here.
Okay. You want to be here? Well, pay respect to the prince.
And there's Uzuri, who's really in charge. Because she's like some sort of demonic blood queen that rules with fire and murder.
Is there anywhere that doesn't have a ruling prince? Like, is that a thing in every city?
Basically.
Yeah.
Vampires
I mean,
are...
it makes sense because vampires are around since forever, so they've been around since monarchy was the standard.
So, like, you know, if you live forever and have all the time to accrue power and wealth, you're going to lord it over someone forever.
Yep.
Well, that's one was pretty cool for the first 10, 20 years it was running before you guys showed up.
Yeah, who was that?
You guys, vampires.
Oh. Right.
Didn't even have a prince. It was just me.
Caesar was like, "Is this a race thing?"
Who's that? Who's you people? No, it was just me and some other, you know, things, and then they eventually left. The vampire showed up. Womp womp. Real problem with the crones, with the Nosferatu, because they were schooling and taking over entire industry sectors. Blood orgies in the sewers and stuff with the engineers down there and the workmen.
And then somebody new just arrives and says they can't fool anyone else, and that's just that.
They came with backup. Like, they own the security, or large parts of it, and they have influence and power, and they have people backing them up. You know, hey, what happens if the workers no longer have the ability to come to Atlantis 1? Or what if Atlantis 1 gets blockaded? Blood's gonna dry up eventually.
Yep.
Oh,
And
I
that's
see
feeding
how it
time.
is. I see how it is. Power play bullshit.
I mean,
alright.
Yeah, that's gonna be every night of your life forever, is constant power plays in politics. LaCroix can reach out to his, like, LaCroix comes from the French Revolution. He worked with Napoleon. So he knows people from Napoleon times all the way to the day who are rich and powerful. So if he's like, hey, all these Nosferatu who aren't part of our cult, and you guys don't know them, and you assume they're less than you because they're not part of your cult, they're going to break the masquerade all over the city, it's going to ruin being a vampire forever, then they'll just, like, give them resources and, like, smoke them out.
Yeah.
And it's their fault because they should have joined the First Estate. But if they're all First Estate down here, then the fuck up is only the cross if something fucks up.
So
And
he
just
has
gets replaced.
scapegoats. He's got a lot of scapegoats.
That shit goes downhill constantly. Someone will just come in and replace him. There's no head office, but someone will naturally assume the power down here. It's a vacuum. Maybe Alexi. Probably Zelda.
Whoever has the best backing.
Yeah, the next one comes up, and it's also been jimmied open. Maybe I didn't lock that one.
So who's that?
I'm gonna check the tag. I don't know, man. I don't know all these people. This was Mummy Vampire. He caught the hit.
Oh.
And it was spreading pretty rapidly. We didn't know at the time, but LaCroix had to take a stand.
Monkey vampire.
This makes me sad because we're all PCs.
So the body's not in there?
I
No.
thought that as soon as he said sociopath gangrel, and I'm like, oh my god, and then it's like, oh no, that's mine though.
Okay. 2 out of 5, that's not bad.
So how do we check whether those bodies have been flushed out perhaps and are in the bottom of that hole?
I don't know, you want to go swimming?
I mean, the sub can probably handle that depth.
Probably.
We can always ask our professor astrologist.
Yeah, that sounds like a better idea than going down there ourselves. That's
Actually,
above
this
and
is
beyond.
this is actually basically my job.
Oh, shit.
And you're here with me.
Okay.
Third one comes up, cracks it, takes a look. It's closed. He kind of like hooks it over, and like looks at the porthole he drilled into it. Like there's a porthole full of glass. Empty.
What?
It's empty.
What the fuck? It's
Looks
closed
down
though.
the side, and the locks have been cut, and someone just kind of jimmied it shut.
So
Was
they
this
covered
one-
up the evidence for the first one, or not for the first one, but for one of these, but not the others.
Maybe the last two were taken later when they didn't care.
Huh.
I don't know. He like kind of cracks it open. Nothing. Lots of claw marks on the inside of the door. Lots of claw marks on the inside of the door.
So, who was this?
Snake vampire.
So I'm curious, how does this whole thing where they go to sleep work? Does it just happen? How long does it take?
Well, you know how you have blood in your system?
Yes.
Until that runs out.
How
Then
long?
you go into a hungry sleep.
Very, very hungry from the looks of it.
Well, yeah, eventually you just pass out. I don't know. I think Ira told me that how Sire described it was that, you know, you choose to wake up at night. Like, you choose to kick it up.
Right.
Some vampires just choose not to. And they choose not to again and again and again, and eventually just stops.
Since the alternative is waking up and being in a coffin still. Alright.
Hush now, only dreams.
But we took care of that. Craw had to work around. They get ritually burned beforehand because then their body has to work on fixing it before they can go into the coma. So it just drains them right out.
Oh, okay.
That way they can't, you know, stockpile and like push it out and like try to run away. Okay. What do we think about 4 and 5?
I'm not liking my odds.
I'm feeling lucky, sure.
It's swung open. The door swung open. More claw marks on the inside. Little dents on the porthole that it's starting to crack.
Oh, fuck me.
No one there either.
What was that one?
Oh, I know this one. Fairy vampire.
Sorry, what?
Fairy vampire.
I wasn't aware there was one.
He's a vampire who was like a fairy. He had like big bug eyes and like could drink from children's dreams and would turn into like thorns. And I don't know. I didn't hang out with him. He was a creep.
Yeah,
Fed from too many kids.
Good riddance. Well, that just leaves one.
And then there was one. Good old hero. I know this one. This was the prince's right-hand man. He came from LA with him.
alright.
Adopted child.
Basically, from what I can tell, Hero Sire turned him without asking, so LaCroix had her fucking executed. Then LaCroix hired him on as a manservant to do stuff for him in LA. And the story goes, Hero told me once, that he was the one who dragged LaCroix's body out of the explosion after the whole tower went down on him.
Huh.
And then, you know, the person that Hero was grooming to be a child and get permission for suddenly caught mysterious super cancer and was dying in the hospital. How strange. And then he turned her, so she wouldn't die in the hospital. Whoops. Bad move on his part.
Yeah.
There were all sorts of things that would make LaCroix look like a hypocrite if he didn't punish him the way he punished his sire.
Yeah. Well, that's real shitty.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Chain comes up. There's not even anything on it. Like the chain's been cut. And that's Hero.
So, what do you think? Someone took them, or they all broke out and are planning a 5-person, you know...
I assume they
Revenge
took them
plot.
because the locks are cut.
They cut from the outside,
Yeah.
not from the in.
Exactly.
It wouldn't be my job if I didn't check the bottom.
Good luck with that.
And then he takes
Get
this
on
up.
I don't have enough gas to come back here. I'm gonna have to go down into the bottom and then come back up. I can't redock. We don't have enough fuel.
Yep.
I mean, I can make more fuel, but I'm not going to. That would cost me.
Well,
So, like, can vampires get knocked unconscious?
I don't know. I never tried.
I mean, Caesar going to punch someone.
Literally,
Oh, okay.
Leo's like, bring it till Caesar.
Oh, Jesus.
Guys, let's not. That'll make you have your little tantrums. Let's not tantrum in any of this place.
Yeah.
Get on the sub. Get in the small sub.
The tiny, slightly bigger coffin.
Get in the tiny bigger coffin, Felix.
What?
That's your name, right?
No.
Eleanor? Rebecca?
Cancer.
Oh.
Aquarius.
Sabrina.
Pisces.
Yoko? I want to say... Are you wiping a tear away?
No, my eyes literally just itchy in real life.
Cheech.
This is why you don't have friends.
My friends all died, so fuck
Wow.
you.
Probably to get away from you.
Wow.
Oh.
Alright, you know what?
That's
You're having your fun. You know, you take a shot at poor old Michael Iron Man, but your entire family, everyone ever you're gonna know is gonna die, and you're gonna watch it happen. So hey, enjoy immortality.
Well, that was charming. Let's go.
Let's get into the slightly smaller, bigger coffin.
With propellers.
It's only the three of us down here with him.
Years to explode.
When you get in, he sits down and he takes a little fan box he has and kind of just turns it on and takes off his mask. Oh, all right, that thing stinks. I don't clean it. And yeah, you guys undock and drop down and start going under the city. Start going down into the ravine. One of the reasons I dropped those coffins back down so we can follow the chains. They might have got hooked on the side when I dropped them, and they might have just broke it open.
Yeah, that seems plausible.
Yeah, hey, LaCroix didn't have them killed, so yeah. If they die going down to punishment, whatever.
Lucky them.
Yeah, there's eventually a little lip that juts out. And it's not gonna go past that lip because that's the length of the chains, so it should be down here somewhere.
I mean, the bodies flew out of the coffin and drifted.
Okay, guys, spread out.
I mean, you guys could survive out there briefly on the bottom of that shelf.
I won't. I mean, I would. I'd probably.
I feel or Michael Iron picks up the giant flashlight he has. Fine, I'll go and check.
Wait, what? Alone?
Yeah, I'll just go out alone, being the pilot and stuff, and I'll check.
Oh, fuck's sake, no. Something. We saw the cut chains. We saw everything. So whatever. Is there a fucking suit in here? Is there something that can slightly alleviate the horrible pressure, crushing pressure?
It's my suit, and it won't work for you.
Oh, well, that's lovely. So I'm gonna activate 2 dots of resilience.
You don't have to activate it right away.
Okay.
It's just going to give you penalties and crush vitae out of you.
Oh, lovely.
Alright, he kind of just, he has the spotlight on the area, just trying to look, there's a fair amount to look for.
Mm-hmm.
He just kind of swivels the sub around and kind of just tries to get it close to the ground without actually hitting the ground.
Mm.
And it's okay, so the door has baffle area, so we'll just open the interior. You kind of just scooch up to the interior, I'm going to close it, and then I'll just open the exterior.
And then you'll leave.
No, it's just not going to happen.
You got goggles or something? Because I ain't gonna see shit out there.
Flashlight.
Oh, all right.
Don't turn it on in here, it's so many lumens.
Right in his face.
Screaming!
Attack of opportunity! Attack of opportunity!
Attack of opportunity! Drink his mage blood!
And it turns out Michael Iron
I was
Man
almost
a
gonna-
shining vampire. And we got blinded.
I was almost gonna take the one that lets you feed off various supernatural types. Okay, so I'm gonna step out there with the flashlight.
Can you not feed on your supernaturals?
No, it's
Oh.
Bucky.
I thought you totally could. It's just I thought that thing made it
It
better.
fucks you right up.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Glad you told me.
And his blood might explode in your mouth.
Shit.
Like a pop rock.
Yeah, you're oh, it's magic!
Primordial fire.
Yeah, don't feed off Prometheans, you'll get
I
cancer.
always want to feed off a Promethean, but a fucking magic man or a fae?
Magic
That sounds
man.
awesome.
You're pulling vines out of your mouth, you're no!
Oh no!
So hey, if I die out here or something, just don't tell my dad anything. It's probably better if he just
We'll tell your granddad.
I
Tell the
disappeared. All right, let's get this over with.
You're a real hero. So there's a cable outside of the sub. Tie it around your waist.
Yeah. I'll do that.
Alright, he just shuts the door on you.
Middle finger up as the door closes.
Yeah, eventually there's a decompressing sound and the door opens and oh my Christ, this is the worst feeling ever.
I'm being hacked by 1,000 bears.
Oh fuck. Okay, I like thrash around a bit and try to catch my bearings.
All the air is pummeled out of you.
Can I like cover my mouth to try and protect it, or?
The mouth was inwards, the hand was inwards.
Like you feel all of your internal organs being pushed up to your throat.
No. Stay inside. Stay inside.
We prefer them to go the other way.
Yeah, I'm like covering my mouth.
I have a tail.
And,
You
trying
see
to
like the
go
air
through.
bubbles just pouring out
Oh god.
as it pressure equalizes.
Rope around my waist.
There you go. It like clips. It has like a little harness and
Yeah.
yeah. If you turn on that flashlight, it is super bright. It's like daylight down here, basically.
Oh good. I'm gonna kind of sway it around and try to see anything.
So it means you see some blurry with your crushed eyeballs.
He's fine. He's a vampire.
I'm gonna get fucked by a shark.
Bruno's like, take that.
I was drinking when you said that.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
no.
We tried to kill a GM before we could finish the living years.
All right.
Dead
So this is gonna take like 2 or 3 turns of you like investigating, which means you're gonna lose about 3 blood as it gets actually crushed. Like you can see like the blood hanging onto your skin, like in little like bubbles and stuff from the veins, basically. And it's just pouring out of you.
Holy shit. It's the worst.
So make an investigation roll, which would be wits plus
I have a
investigation.
single die for that. So
Oh.
I was just looking around.
Oh, get
I didn't realize that was gonna be a
What other stats do you have?
occult.
What do we got?
Larceny,
What do we-
stealth,
what do we
brawl,
got?
athletics, intimidation, expression, streetwise. Those are my skills.
Larceny, stealth. Where things are hiding. Occult.
All right. If you take 3 more turns, you can do it in a way that doesn't require you to roll.
Okay, that's gonna bring me down to 2 blood then.
That's gonna be a problem.
We
Yeah,
have to spend
that
blood
is-
right away?
Yeah.
Every turn you lose blood.
Oh, I thought it was
Why don't
after
you just start
5
taking
minutes.
bashing damage?
What?
Who said that?
I thought it was
Maybe
only
I got
after
the
5
rules wrong. Maybe I got the only rules I wrote wrong.
Yeah, I thought it was only after 5 minutes you'd have to.
One moment. One moment.
Bullshit.
rules.
Mechanics.
Oh no, it's every 5 minutes. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You're just gonna lose 1.
Okay. That's better, because that's ridiculous otherwise.
Yeah.
My bad. My bad. I forgot the only rules I wrote for this exact scenario.
So I'll spend another blood point worth of searching around instead of using investigation.
Okay. One of the coffins that was cut off, you find down here, and it actually fell and split open, and there is like signs of something that kind of drifted away over the edge.
Oh shit. How far over the edge is it? Like way deep down, no
Oh,
rescue?
the edge has no bottom. It just goes down.
Okay. What else?
There's a skeleton down here, a second skeleton, like there's a actual skeleton down here, just kind of lying like that, and its ribcage has been blown open. It looks like things have been gnawing on it.
What are its teeth like? Gonna grab that.
You reach out and grab it?
Yeah.
Okay, you start to grab it and pull it, and all of a sudden you feel the arm starting to grab at you. Like the skeleton, the meat on it starts to move, and it starts to like grab at you. Now it's going to grapple you underwater.
Okay.
Oh my.
Goody.
Now it's going to fight you underwater. You're being fought by a skeleton. Clickety clack, get in the sack.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Okay.
Grapple rules.
So let me pause. Okay, he rolls 1 on his chance. He rolls a 10 on his chance die, and you are now in a grapple with him. He's grappling you. He's grabbing at your harness. He's grabbing at you. It's like it's like skeleton with meat on it, and it has the vampire fangs. There's like red dots in its eyes. And you can see the heart still in the rib cage, and the rib cage is broken open, and the heart's beating, and it's all black and like crushed up, and it's pumping vitae through his system.
Gross.
It's you, if you were ever down here for that long.
So, which one might this be? The creepy pedophile guy, or
Okay, he was not a pedophile. He just fed on children.
pedophile?
He's not modern day Freddy Krueger. He's classic Freddy Krueger.
I thought you were going to say Gilder Ace.
Very good. Sick reference, bro. Okay, so each turn, both grappling characters make a contested strength plus brawl versus strength plus brawl action on the higher of the two characters' initiative. The winner picks a move from the list below, or 2 moves on an exceptional success. So now you're grappled, you get strength plus brawl, he gets strength plus brawl. Figure out where it goes from there.
Okay.
Do you want to spend the other willpower?
Not right now, no.
Spend your blood. No, don't. Do whatever you want. You got 1 success.
Yeah. I got no successes, of course.
He's grappling you. So the sub has like it doesn't want to move. Like, they can't really move the sub because then you can't like get up easy.
Mm-hmm.
But like there's side windows, and Michael's like, guys, problem. He turns on a side light so it blindsides you as you're fighting, and you guys can see what's going on. Fucking zombies fighting him.
I think we found some vampires or something.
He is going to take a control weapon move and grab at that light that you're flashing at him.
Okay.
So he has control of the flashlight. He's like putting it up to your face.
What a prick. Okay, so he's not just an animal. He's being an actual prick about this.
Your move. Wait, no, it's his move. It's his turn. Your turn, his turn, your turn, his turn.
Mm-hmm.
But he
So,
made a
contested
control.
roll again?
Yeah. 3, 8, 10, 10, 1, 6.
8, 8. Two successes.
3. And he's going to use his grapple action to disarm, so he takes the flashlight and throws it away.
Okay.
That's his grapple.
Alright, so another contested roll.
Yeah.
So
You got 1.
I got 8 and a 0. So 2 successes.
You did it! You got 2 successes. So you get to choose from the grapple move list.
Okay.
The one most relevant is break free from the grapple.
Mm-hmm.
You throw off your opponent, you're both no longer grappling, so this move is a reflexive action, and you can take another action immediately afterwards.
I'm gonna break free then.
You just throw him off.
Yep. Throw him against the side of the sub.
You throw him against the side of the sub.
Yeah, we're underwater. It's not gonna be that hard to throw.
Okay. Alright, so...
But it's gonna give me a place where he's, I can actually see him because light from the windows.
Mm-hmm. What do you... Yeah, okay, you can do that. Is that gonna be like your action?
Oh, I thought, yeah.
Like that's the action?
No.
Or is that just you throwing him off?
Yeah, I was just
Okay,
gonna throw him off.
sure. What is your action then?
I'm gonna punch him in the heart,
Go for it.
which would be dexterity plus brawl. Or
That's some brawl. Okay, so it's actually pretty intuitive. Because of the moves you have. No, it's strength plus brawl, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh,
And his defense is 2.
I just have some merit that you can use your dex for stuff.
I just thought it was all dex because of how the storyteller systems usually are poorly built.
2 10s.
Well, in the old one, you use dexterity to hit them.
2 successes.
Okay, so you do damage to him. I'm not sure. You do at least 2 plus whatever your brawling is. That's not important right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you punch him in the heart and do damage to him, which he does not have a lot of because you're just essentially doing a picnic for egg at this point because he's spilling so much over.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Ironman hits the winch lever. So you're on the side of the sub and you feel the cord pull, and it pulls you and whips you around and into the open door. Then he starts ascending.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, the door's closing up on you. He's like, come on.
I'm gonna drag myself in.
Waiting, and then the interior opens.
Holy shit. Found one!
You guys jerk hard to the right as Michael moves it to the side of the wall and starts scraping your sub against the wall. And you hear a kind of screeching sound come from the outside as the light goes off, and he kind of evens it out.
I lost your flashlight. Sorry.
That's fine. Vampires.
Was he just beyond help at that point? Like,
Don't think about it. That's what I do every day.
what the fuck? This was supposed to be a punishment that didn't go on forever. And now he's...
He got loose.
Bullshit.
If he was just in the coffin, he probably would have been fine until we pulled him up.
But he wasn't.
Yeah, well,
And there was nothing watching over them. There was nothing to stop this from happening.
yeah, well, a punch was usually death, so that's how they justify it.
So, can we tell which one that was, by any way? Like,
No, not after what I just did.
Wait, his skeleton was kind of burst out? Is that what you said? Was the other ones?
There was another one. Like, there was a drag mark movement over the...
Oh, okay. So, there were at least 2 bodies down there. One fell over the edge into the abyss. So, I don't know. They might have done something to it. His chest was all fucked up. Like, something burst out. Or something was pulled out.
So maybe something was.
There's a lot of deep sea critters on here that feed on things, like the whale skeleton. But that just happens.
So
And, you know, vitae. It's addictive.
maybe that streak came here with a critter, implanted itself in one of those things, multiplied, burst out, and I don't know.
I think there's just the shoddy construction is at fault for that. That might not be related.
but the locks were cut.
One of them was. The others weren't. They were just broken open. Well, the locks were.
I mean, how did the last coffin look?
The last coffin?
There was bottom.
Oh, how did that look, actually? 'Cause I saw
Like,
it.
that was one you saw when he pulled it up originally.
Oh.
You just put them back down to know precisely where they kind of be.
I thought there was the one that was missing was just like slammed down on the bottom of it, and
I guess it would be.
yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Did I see it down there?
Yeah, that was the coffin. Yeah, you're right. That had the drag marks on it. It looks like the chain snapped. Like it was like there was like a chain that was kind of like broken open like that.
Mm-hmm.
So like just the weight snapped it.
It could just be seawater over time.
Vampire jail.
Bullshit.
And then yeah, you want to drive back to the land of Swan. And dock.
I guess we should report.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably tell Crawl that vampire jail needs a few improvements for next time.
Better construction?
Bury them in cement instead.
You know,
Somewhere where you can just retrieve them and they won't fall into an endless chasm.
I mean, not now.
I don't know. Bury them underneath the Elysium. Seem to be keeping an eye on them.
That would be a little too easy to find, I think.
You can call the police and they exhume some bodies, and then Michael has to go and change his face.
Plus, you two can easily track down shit like that. You've got, kind of taps the side of his nose.
Now, Lacrosse seems to be taken with the whole abyss thing, so he'll probably still do that.
Of course.
He's a big fan of that whole, hanging over the abyss, like the sort of damn blah 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 poetry shit.
Yeah,
Can
real
you drain them
poets.
first?
That's what you mentioned they do, is burn them
Yeah.
and then put them in.
Yeah, ritual scarification.
Well, probably have some tricks or something.
All sorts of tricks. They have their tricks.
So, guess you don't get your blood sample unless, I probably don't have any flex buried on here.
Just rip that
Oh, yeah,
part
sorry
out.
about that. You're gonna be able to sample the, I don't know, the blood disease.
Well, I mean, you could sample the size of the side of the submarine, maybe smear it all across that. I mean, there's rivets and shit.
Does this thing go any faster?
No. Exactly this fast. A little slower because I, banged the side of it up against a wall.
Let's not think about it.
Just don't think about it. Do nothing and think and drink to forget.
Well, we can't do the last one.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yeah, a very quiet trip ensues. Yeah.
So, how many vessels go into the abyss?
How many what?
Vessels, submarines.
3.
No.
There's only 3 that can go down there. That can make the trip.
Okay. Make sure that they can go deeper than.
Like, these are the ones. There's only 3 commercially available that do it.
Okay. Saturday wasn't clear whether they just are good enough to go here or where.
Of all the subs that Atlantis One has, all the DSVs, there are only 3 that can get to Vampire Prison. That's it. There's no trick. It's just those 3. Craw owns 1.
Okay. I guess we'll have to check the other ones as well.
Yeah, we'll just check their manifests.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, eventually you guys dock, and he opens the door, and you're able to leave.
Oh, good. I need to go to a laundromat.
So go back to the museum.
Yeah, I'll report to LaCroix. What are you guys going to do?
I would like to also meet with LaCroix.
I'm
If
assuming
you
we
want-
have jobs. I'm assuming we have something to do.
I don't know. They just said to come with.
I'm a dumb character. Like, there's stuff we should be doing, right?
Alexi recommended you guys try to track down the manufacturer.
Right.
You can meet with LaCroix first.
Yeah. Let's report, I guess, because it's important.
Yeah, the 3 of you can meet with LaCroix.
Yeah.
Alright, perfect. Let's do that. Let me just pause and offload the file. And we're back. Alright, so you guys leave the docking area, and where do you head out to?
To report to the prince.
I'm gonna have us quickly stop at an all-night laundromat because I'm dripping wet with seawater.
How we just...
Or I'm just gonna like find a store that's open and take clothes.
Go to a biker park? Your clothes. Give them to me.
Yes.
I mean, you could just go. You could have a shower at my apartment. It's like right there.
Okay, that's not gonna dry out my clothes though. I'm
I have-
already wet.
I have laundry machines.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Okay.
She looks like confused by the fact that you thought she wouldn't. Like.
I mean, I'm just saying, either
Kind of
way,
see-
we're going to a dryer, so.
Cut him some slack. He was tackled by a skeleton.
Yes.
So yeah, I'll take
I'm
care of
trying
that.
not to think about all that situation.
We'll take care of that before we can head to
Feed my cats.
Meow. Meow.
hunger.
So let us go in the meantime and clear it all out. But I don't think, waiting for laundry is a good excuse for not responding something like this quickly enough.
We were at the bottom of the ocean and got attacked by a bunch of, and he got attacked by a fucking scary ass skeleton because LaCroix was incompetent at his job again. So, I mean, LaCroix can go fuck himself. He can wait like half an hour.
I'm not gonna drip all over, the iron's floor and all over LaCroix. I'll just shake off like a dog. I'm there. Fuck you all. It's holy
Gangrel.
water.
I
Holy
see
water.
gangrels. Shake yourself up like a dog. Gangrels. I see gangrels. Alright, brief interlude, and then you guys head to the iron.
Mm-hmm.
Most folk have cleared out. Probably Bruno and his child are there.
Oh. Who's his child again?
Veronica.
Veronica Booth.
Oh shit, did we miss the punch out between Scarmillion and the prince?
Bruno was like, "Oh, things got heated, my child. There was much consternation over how one should deal with specters from beyond the city of Dis."
Oh, yeah, well, we have bigger problems. Well, not bigger problems, but we have
More problems.
proportional problems to that.
I'm whelmed.
I am whelmed.
Did he just go back to his sanctum?
Yes,
Oh,
the prince has returned to his iron tower atop the volcano.
I think he'd be tired of towers by now. They have a tendency to explode, from what I understand.
Your sass will not serve you well in the court of the Vampiri. Guard your words, or you will find someone may steal your life. Not
Yeah.
us, though. We're fine.
Well, I just got felt up by a skeletal vampire, so,
Oh, it's everyone's first time sometime.
Yeah.
He looks off. happily into the middle distance.
I was tackled by a skeleton.
Good times. So, we missed everything.
Not so. Neonates, larval vampires. The prince has left a package for you on yonder table by the karaoke machine.
Is it ticking?
No, it is the manila-colored envelope.
Oh.
Who's the other guys too?
You guys. The neonates.
It just says you on it.
You.
Oh, your name with it. Your name.
They're access badges for the tram to the geothermal center.
Oh, thank fuck.
You've been invited, and there's like stationery that has like roses on it and stuff that looks all like pretentious. That says you have been invited to the Senate.
No. We should bring the box. Or the cup.
That's
We go to G0.
Then what Ira says is true. You have found the cup of the carpenter.
We found a cup under someone's foot.
I don't think he's a carpenter. That was Jesus.
And Bruno like gives you a knowing look. For what did the Arthurian heroes quest for?
Will's like, wait, what?
What?
What? Looks over to like, I'm assuming you have it with you. Do you have it with you?
I don't know.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Gotta look it up.
Probably the Messiah or something.
Or something. The Holy Grail. The Grail of the Last Supper. The Grail. The cup of a carpenter, my child.
Jesus' favorite mug.
God Jr.
God Junior, but also the God.
Veronica pipes up, Jesus Senior.
Kyler just kind of pictures back to his, parents' house with the big Virgin Mary statue in the
No,
corner.
no.
The candles that are always lit. They're not even religious. They just.
I mean, you have a little Virgin Mary statue in your pocket.
Oh, I do. Look at it.
It has a vitae in it. No, you're just like,
Yeah, I'm gonna get back one of my bloods.
you don't pop, you have to chew. It's like a skull candy.
Oh, neat. Yeah, I do that.
You get back a vitae.
Wow.
You get one leather bound to the arcade machine.
It's actually neutral.
That's really cool.
Well, that happened. We still get the little. Was there like a toy in it as well, or was
That
it
wasn't. It was a little Virgin Mary statue. You bite into it, it's like a little candy.
How blasphemous! She's so crunchy. There's a little second layer inside, a little bit of nougat or something.
Jesus.
Ah yes, it's the Galega machine. It provides such a challenge.
Yeah. So, you knew about it then?
I was
He was there,
pretty
remember?
sure I was here when that...
Oh, you were.
That was only a night ago.
Yeah, things have happened. I thought you meant like you knew about it from.
I was just... He points to the seat you sit, and I was just sitting there.
Ah, yeah.
The whole time.
Yeah, I was a little more distracted by,
there's
Mike
Michael
having
and Bruno.
blood splattered all over him and
It's not the first time. It's not the first time the two of us had to hose him off after a blood orgy.
My.
Yeah.
Things we get to look at.
Leo's eyebrows shoot upwards like, oh, wow.
I love this place.
Okay, well, let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Niggas actually talking about their shit.
Okay. What?
He unzipped me. It was just a look on your faces where it's like the cup of carpenter. It's like, yeah, but that's Jesus' cup. This isn't that. Like the Holy Grail that King Arthur and Camelot quested for. That's not the cup of a carpenter.
We stumbled upon a movie set.
Anyway. Alright, so you go and pick up the chalice, the little
Yeah.
box, little wooden cup in a box.
Yep. Head on.
And then, yeah, There is a tram in the promenade dome that takes you to the industrial sector, and you have to like show your ID to the PMC guards,
Yeah.
and they let you through. And then that tram brings you to the industrial domes, and there is a single tram that goes up to the geothermal domes, and it stops about halfway through. And a second one kind of shows up on a support line, and you have to like kind of cross down to it.
Okay.
Yeah, that one goes on into the geothermal dome, and this one moves itself along directly into the volcano itself at like a small angle. No, like this is going up into the center, and this one it runs kind of like that.
Okay.
It's like, this is the death train, lol.
They talked shit about me once.
There is no cake.
How'd you know that's the Venture's secret power? We always know when someone's up in our grill.
LaCroix's like, that's my power. I live like I play Fallout New Vegas. You kill anyone who talks shit to you.
It works really well.
People stop talking shit to you eventually.
I'm just picturing, like, if it works really well, looks over at the entire world is deserted. Ah.
Finally, I can finally live with myself.
Want to go to Congo?
Exactly, Peter. That's exactly what we're thinking. So the tram continues on, and it's starting to descend a bit into the the active vent, into kind of like the main structure of the actual building. And you can see there's actually like running like magma going down like the sides of it and stuff that are like boiling up and then turning down. Like there's turbines down there churning it.
Jeez.
Do you have to roll to not get freaked out by fire?
Dangle, dangle, dangle.
I don't think it's a cable car. I think it's like a tube train. But as it's approaching, some of the windows start to close. And like the front windows, the tube is heading directly into an area that looks like a side wall that has like lava flowing over it.
We're going through a volcano!
And the top puts out like a kind of shield that diverts it off and like leaves the actual door like protected.
I believe in
And opens
henchman.
and lets you in.
I'm a super villain, yo.
Imagine if this broke down while we were traveling through.
We're just gonna be like, what the shit?
Yeah.
This is not more safe.
It's covered in lava.
That doesn't make things safer.
Keeps the vampires away.
He's a vampire.
Keeps the vampires away. They're
Keeps-
Brazilians.
I mean, if he does it, probably pretty safe, because he does this, like, what, every night?
What, you think he leaves his room?
He's got shit.
He's just there with, like, his blanket over his head.
Snuggie.
You're talking shit about me, I know it.
Rebecca, get me a sandwich.
Tap the phones.
I call it Blood Hunt.
I call Blood Hunt on the Grand Vegas. And she's like, that's just DS9. Stop.
Turns out the guy we're always seeing is not the actual Prince LaCroix. He's like his face who goes around.
Sir, that's just DS9. But Pal and Quack would have been so happy together, damn it!
I want Jadzia's actress killed and replaced with a cuter actress.
No.
And it's like that's just not going to happen. They're not going to replace Jadzia Dax's actress
In the last
in the last season. You're
Watch
insane, you're insane, Master. Cuts to the last season of the assignment. Oh my God, it happened.
I fulfilled my aspiration.
I reject Jadzia. I mean, the listeners at this point, they know what they're in for. Anyway, the lava shield goes down and the lava pours over the entrance tube more, obscuring it. 6,000 meters underwater, you're in a volcano. Anyway, the tram dock shuts a heat shield behind you, and your tube opens up, and there's like an old man there, like he's in his 80s. He's in like a butler outfit. Staring at you.
Sounded bad.
Yes, of course you have one. Grants access to the tube. And this phone here.
Oh. And it just occurs to me that if anyone like pisses him off, you could just have the train stall in the middle of that and open the doors.
I mean, yes.
That's pretty effective.
The butler looks at you like you've described exactly what has happened. Just flood the tube with lava.
He's coming up the rail. We have no way to stop him. Oh, don't we? The golden lever. It's like break glass to activate.
You think your brain's not a supervillain, but A, it's called the brain, and B, it lives inside a skull fortress.
So yeah, I guess one of us should pick up the phone.
No, the phone called and told me you were coming.
Oh, I figured this was gonna be some really spy thrillery type of thing.
No, they're waiting for you in the boardroom. Could I get your names to announce you?
Kaiser Vargas, Jr.
Leo Kelly.
Lord Fyodor Vyacheslav Petrov.
He turns around and he's like, walk this way.
This way!
You does not get that reference, Nicole.
I don't say it in character.
No one gets that reference, Nicole. They're old. Oh yeah, this is a large, the design of this place is like large black marble and like Roman columns and like smooth sort of like polished statues everywhere. But it's all very reflective and it has like a black and white motif. More black though, like just like a big kind of smooth cavernous office building. The interior is actually pretty big. Like this like 40-foot ceiling.
Okay.
And yeah, he just kind of walks. You're in this big empty area where the dock is. Like this looks like this room could hold like 80, 90 people. And eventually, like the columns narrow down, and there's a large double door, like two double doors. They're maybe 20 feet tall each, and they're made of like this big, solid-looking Amazon wood. And they have like effigies of like not. It's hard to tell if they're supposed to be pale in the wood carvings, but like sickly-looking nobles frolicking in fields of like thorn bushes and roses with like maidens and stuff, and like there are clearly bats and rat effigies in the corners, and you know you can see in like some of the bushes there's like a skull covered in worms and things. Like it's this big baroque vampire portrait made of doors.
Well, I guess when you have so few visitors, you can be as blatant as possible. As blatant as you want.
I guess you used to have an office tower, and now this.
Bubbling glasses full of blood, lining the walls.
Yeah, the assistant just kind of walks up to the door, and there's like a way to kind of just pull on it to like open it, even though it's very tall. Just kind of. Just takes him a little while.
Do you want some help there, buddy?
It's open to crack.
Oh God, I'm gonna go to the side and help
No,
him.
no, it's fine. It's fine.
He's breathing, right?
Yes, he's a ghoul.
I thought so. I thought so.
Ghouls are not allowed!
Take your time.
One, he lives here. Two, he's the prince. Go fuck yourself. And three, if I perform well enough, one day I too will become one of the kindred.
Doing, buddy.
He's so old.
He wasn't when we started.
LaCroix,
LaCroix forgets
you dick.
every once in a while.
Dude, stop playing that arcade.
Master,
No,
I never did anything with my life.
Exactly. If you forget to feed your ghouls blood, eventually they start to age super fast until you start feeding them blood again. So vampires sometimes just forget.
Feed your cats.
Oh no! Oh no!
They're like gone for a week and you come back and they're just skeletons.
They tackle you. Tackle my skeleton.
No, they age up to the age they should be really
Yeah.
quickly, yeah.
So, a couple decades from now.
And that doesn't turn back when you feed them again.
No, it does not.
So be nice to your ghouls.
Don't be shitty. Yeah, he opens the door enough for you guys to be able to walk through without having to like move your shoulders or anything. He is bigger.
That's nice.
And then yeah, he leads you through, and you're in the boardroom. Again, 40-foot high ceiling, Greek columns, a giant Amazon rainforest table with carvings in it. This looks like this table normally could seat about 10 people on each side, probably 5 people on the short ends, but everyone's kind of at the very back where across the throne is. It's carved from a single piece of marble in the shape of like hundreds of humans holding up the throne itself. There's like skull and rose motifs everywhere. The giant V is built into the head of it.
I can't tell if this makes me respect him more or hate him.
I'm gonna roll composure.
Degeneracy?
I'm gonna roll.
I'm not done
composure.
describing the scene.
Okay.
On the walls where the columns are clear windows, and the entire room is lit by the magma flowing down the sides of the windows.
I wonder if he gets a tan from those.
Well, you get
on the
tans
one
from
side.
UV.
I mean, from the heat, it's just kind of crackling.
What is cook you?
So you're inside a giant lava lamp.
So I'm gonna roll composure plus
Not being ridiculous.
what composure's 3. Do you think any skills would help me?
What's happening?
I don't want to just start laughing or making it obvious that I think this is fucking ridiculous in front of the prince.
There are
But
bird
this
baths with like small sickly-looking cherubs in them, and like the bird baths are full of red liquid that you can smell as wine. Like you put a goblet in to like mix it with your blood. There's like a 16 chapel style skylight at the top that has like motifs of stained glass being lit up by the light of like the various history of the kindred type. Even Cain and Abel are on there.
I'm going to add subterfuge to this roll.
Yeah.
I got no successes.
Would you like to make a dramatic failure? The get it beat?
No.
No.
I think dramatic failure would be like me hysterically laughing to the point where I'm like just like doubled over like, oh my
I mean, you're not in the Invictus, and probably never will be.
Just gonna slowly push you back out the door with my foot while you're laughing.
God.
Closing the
Her
door.
eyes- her eyebrows are up.
What are you doing? Oh god.
Yeah, LaCroix's just sitting there, his hands tented, in front of his face. Half his face is covered in shadow, the way the throne's set up, just shadows for inside. But small embers under his eye socket and stuff lighted up a bit to give it a cool effect, kind of like Shepard's Mass Effect with his tech.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ!
Stiff upper lip.
You don't like the boardroom?
Like, it's amazing, but oh my god, this is fucking ridiculous.
Get so many pygmies died
We
getting the wood for the
just saw
table.
how actually incompetent he is as a prince. We just saw it. So
So
it's like,
incompetent.
really, all this? Fuck you.
I mean, the rest of the job you want.
Just for the job you have.
We're fucking like Gen Xers, I think, or no, probably not.
We're boomers.
Boomers, yeah.
Fucking boom.
Oh yeah, because you're like adults in the 80s.
Huh.
You're filthy, greedy, steely boomers.
Yeah.
Want to defund Social Security a little bit more?
Money.
Kevin, your character literally came from Vancouver.
Yeah.
You're gonna go back to Vancouver and fucking buy up a bunch of houses.
Yes, that's totally what he's like.
That's exactly what he's like. It's in your blood.
That's
Boomer
what
blood.
Wow.
Don't go to the hood, there's that shitty beast there.
So Kaiser kind of moves his massive shoulder in the way to like protect Leo's face. So
It's very dramatically lit in here. Like there are long shadows pooling down over the table and stuff where seats are empty.
Jesus Christ, church mouse, get it together.
Or will intimidate.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Church mouse.
You fucking mess of a human
Presence and intimidate. That's 10 dice.
being. 12 actually.
Oh!
Because I have Intimidate 5, Presence 5, and
Do not mess
Striking Looks
this up.
Dangerous.
Oh!
Do not mess this up.
Excellent. 0. I got a 0. Oh wait, and 2 more die. Because,
Yeah. 1 success.
I got 1 success.
On 12 dice.
did
Yay
it.
me.
You did it.
Should that be a contest?
It's not important.
Leona doesn't want to be laughing right now, but this is ridiculous. So yeah, she's like,
Clean yourself up. So yeah, he kind of blocks the vision of the entire court for a while until she can get herself together.
And then he coughs loudly.
so yeah, she quickly pulls herself together.
Okay, let's get this over with. Okay.
It's It's very clear this room was built to have more senators in it, but there's only 3. But hey, he's ready for the future.
Expansion. So there's room for Carthia. So there's that you try to
all 3 senators are Invictus. Could you imagine 30 Invictus senators controlling huge portions of the Invictus Empire down here, spread out across the ocean floor?
I just pictured like there's a Carthian table, but it's one of those preschool tables in the corner, all plastic. There's like crayons at it. So yeah, I guess we'll walk forward. And
You're basically walking along the side of the table as like the stained glass, the windows covered in lava are like shining down on you in a dim kind of fiery light.
how do we address this guy?
Don't speak until you're spoken to.
Anyway, Lacroix's ghoul man servant approaches and just kind of walks up to Lacroix and whispers into his ear as he's talking to the senators and just kind of gestures him to go away. Lacroix just kind of motions to you guys. The other senators kind of stop talking and just readjust their glasses and their faces a bit because this has been going on for a few hours, them discussing plans. It appears we have guests in the boardroom. Welcome to your Senate, neonates.
I thought he was going to say trial for a second. I'm like, we didn't do anything!
Talking shit about the prince, get hit! To the coffins with ye!
A bloodhound has been declared.
Let's all vote. Welcome to your Senate. I am told that you have something to present to your prince.
Why, yes, my prince. When we were exploring the underground of the Russian dome, we stumbled upon some unmarked passageway that led to a crypt that didn't seem to be on the map, but filled with various skulls and ornate torches. And on the very end, there was a circular room filled with 150 corpses of knights in their full armor, and upon a throne sat a king with the marquis of Ursa Pendragon, or Uther Pendragon, and beneath his leg we found this box. Put it gently on the table.
On across the table, there are various maps and schematics to Atlantis 1 and old tomes and stone tablets and stuff and bits of pottery that they've been looking at that has bird iconography on it. And there's also a fairly large silver gauntlet that has red liquid in it, or goblet.
We're not exactly sure what it is, but it does look important. Like a cup of a carpenter. Gently open it.
Lacroix puts his hand out and hesitates for a moment. It's the scarred up, burned up hand, which, without him being his official wear, he's in more kind of relaxed wear for a meeting with the senators, so you can actually see his full hand is blackened down to the bone and muscle and still burns and stuff and smokes. Kind of just hesitates and then reaches forward and gently grabs it from the bottom and brings it to him.
The liquid is dangerous to the touch.
Fiery.
It's not liquid. It's mana. The fuel that makes our dear Master of Elysium run. What a treasure. And you were able to just walk in?
No defenses, no nothing, simply a hidden passage.
It was hard to find, and from what
It's impossible to find if you know about it.
Oh.
And it's impossible to enter if you're mortal.
Ah.
Very good work, you three. You shall be rewarded, and especially you, Alexei, for manufacturing that viral. He kind of just puts it on a will stand. Our dear Master of Elysium is not of the blood, so many of his treasures and secrets are not privy to us. But he does his best to keep out the kind, and that excludes him being able to keep out the kindred, through various means. Thus none of our retainers were able to reach him. And since we had the sin of prior knowledge, we would be unable to enter. You shall all be given your just deserts. That's him drinking from a goblet, not that goblet. He doesn't want to touch that. He doesn't want to be the guy that drinks it. He'll just catch fire.
He's like, oh god, break her! Oh!
Feels like my bones hurt.
Well, it's very good that Ira was in on it because we did feel bad about taking stuff with the Russian though.
I would not concern yourself with what our Mr. McKellar may or may not be capable of feeling. You have served your prince and your covenant appropriately. And that is what really matters. Loyalty.
Wow.
How would you like to be rewarded, little neonates?
I need a haven.
It shall be done.
Yep.
He's looking at you, Fyodor.
I guess like the way to phrase it, like, oh, I serve my covenant now, and I think that's the way to increase it. You know, like,
I want a bigger seat at the table, basically, or more chances to prove myself.
Yeah. I only wish for more chances to prove myself as a member of Invictus.
Ambition to the First Estate. I believe Alexi and I can oblige.
Wow.
And our apprentice necromancer.
Nice to know that I don't have anything for this out of character, just to clarify, but
Money.
You owe me!
right?
Pay me money.
Like, having a haven is actually a really good thing, but
Rebecca keeps breaking into his house and showing just how
Easy this.
easy it is, so he's like, yeah, I something like that. Jesus Christ.
She does it constantly.
Yeah, every night.
She watches you.
That's how she got him, like, in the first place. She dragged him back home once he'd been...
She just walked into your apartment. Like, did you have an apartment beforehand?
Yeah.
Yeah, she just walked into your apartment and turned you.
I thought you lived with your parents before you got turned.
No, he moved out before that
Oh.
and was picking pockets and picked the wrong one, basically. And then
She's
she
like,
followed
he's a
him.
thief. Yes.
Exactly what I want.
Criminal.
Do you want to join the covenant now? A bit?
You just not take anything right now.
I think having a haven is really important, but I think I could maybe get it on my own.
What do with Daddy? I want to deabolize some corpses.
No, no one would ever want
I want the
that.
right to make more vampires.
Oh,
I
shit.
don't really want that either.
Shit, I could have asked for permission to make a ghoul.
Would you go your dad or something?
No, just a ghoul.
Stop talking about fathers, Peter.
Shit.
Well, Anthony's not here.
Shout out to Anthony.
I think I'll echo Caesar's request.
So be it.
There's no way Leo would be like, I'll get you back to you later. It's like, he's the fucking prince of the city.
I totally respect that. I feel like I
yeah.
don't know right now. I'm new.
I wasn't
I wouldn't have done
expecting
that.
anything.
Like, she'd be like, oh, I'm supposed to make this choice. Okay. That's actually something I want, so okay.
Kaiser kind of perks up after a moment. He's like, wait. Now, something like that, a place, I can find that on my own. One thing I can't get is something I require permission for. I want to be able to sire a ghoul.
Well,
Ambitious. Sure. You need to provide me with the information on who it is, and we'll have to do the appropriate checks on behalf of the First Estate. But, once a suitable candidate is located and agreed upon and approved, I'll permit this.
All right, of course. He looks visibly relieved that he didn't get shouted at or something.
Your granddad, have to look after the kid.
Crow's not going to take a shit on you. You're literally part of his bloodline. He's got to make sure whatever sucks about you, he fixes and cultivates a good vampire out of.
Oh God, he is my father.
Oh.
I think that's all it is.
Well,
I'm assuming you want knowledge of what we found when we went over to the.
Tell me your perspective on it. I have gotten an update from our Master of Elysium, our wise one.
Someone's either they went for one or they went for all of them. We only found the remains of two. Well, possibly just one. Another might have fallen deeper into the chasm.
well, either
Revisions will be necessary for the merciful execution.
either Hero broke himself loose after his coffin fell down and cracked open, and he's the one behind this, or there's some external force that came in and caused all of this.
Hero would not betray me in such a manner. He would forfeit Ariel's life.
His chain looked cut.
Cuts were broken.
The locks were broken on some of the other ones. The one vampire did find the remains. His chest had been pulled open, or something burst out from within.
So there might be some other entity that's using the blood of Hero to fuel, at least used to fuel the attacker.
We must locate this creature and exterminate it and its progeny before this gets out of hand. And it will get out of hand.
It's still in the Russian dome, from reports.
They're moving. Do not focus on the Parliament. You could not possibly stop them. Find us the source. Find us their collaborators. If all else fails, we'll have to fall back to this position. From what I've been able to discern from Zuria and the engineer's volunteer of information, the owls, the Strix, are like us in many ways, but different. They're not hurt by fire. They're not hurt by the sun. But they can't cross it. And he kind of just gestures at the walls and ceiling of this place.
Oh. Do they have weaknesses or ways to ward them off?
I am told they are all but immune to harm. As I said, do not concern yourself with the hunt.
Well, I think we do have some leads to follow up to try to find the collaborators.
Manufacture. We have the spy equipment.
The spy
And whoever
equipment,
provided those.
who had access to the submarines.
The syringes. We still have some of those. The old ones that he was pumping into his.
There were little capsules.
yes.
for the absolute pump.
Yeah. We swapped some of those out, so we still have the other ones.
Follow the mortal lead.
All
We are
right.
mobilizing our assets across the city.
So really,
The Parliament should not be able to reproduce so quickly after splitting, so there is time before this begins to escalate. But they feed on us. They use us as hosts to perpetuate themselves.
maybe extra careful about other vampires.
What about ghouls? Can they use those? Are those better than a regular mortal for them?
They can possess any body. kind kindred corpse.
Animal?
Body, human.
Right. I think that's all we need to know.
You have my leave. You guys walk out, that door has to be pulled open, you're let out, shut. You're loaded into the little car, the lava is split, you're sent out.
Cool.
You have a long tram ride back to the Promenade Dome.
Yep.
That didn't go as poorly as I thought it might.
Well, luckily we managed to not embarrass ourselves.
Yeah, it's a pretty good thing. The Croc can be pretty harsh with that kind of shit.
Hey, Ira.
Hey! How you guys doing? You did well!
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't know you were in on that.
Ah, don't worry about it. Things abound. Your sire's a spy master from the KGB from Russia. I don't know what you fucking expected. Do you think I'm Anastasia's child by accident? I have lived in Russia for decades. With super magic KGB people.
Oh.
Vampires.
Yeah.
You did well. Especially that part where you didn't laugh in front of LeCroix. That was good.
Gonna assume he doesn't like that.
He's a lot easier going than other princes I've lived under. People say he doesn't have an edge anymore. That he might just be a little
Toothless.
spooked. But he's more pragmatic, way more patient.
I guess you kind of gotta be, especially in cities where there's more of Crone, the other ones.
It's the dust up in LA. It taught him to be a little more humble. That's how Alexei explained it to me one day.
Mm. I suppose if you squeeze too hard, then things will go through your fingers.
Yeah, well, he was very stereotypical in LA. I should know. I lived under him there.
Do you think he's taking things more personally because one of the people involved is his old, well, not sire, but
Hero?
his-
Hero. I think he's being more cautious and more careful and not going to make stupid mistakes, like trying to interfere with things he's not a part of.
I just think that he wants things to go back to normal and there not being some owls running around and other weird creatures that prey on people and murder them by the dozen.
The one thing you got to remember is LaCroix's not interested in personal power so much as he's interested in long-term power. He wants Atlantis 1 to be a viable vampire economy.
Yep.
So it needs to get bigger and safer, and there needs to be more cohesion among the factions. Why do you think the Dracul and the Crone have a seat at the table?
Best to give it a little bit, then give it all up.
No, any other Invictus faction in the real world would not be tolerating that. It's very Carthian.
Sure, you'd love to hear that.
Carthians took over after he screwed himself up. It's not exactly their fault he blew up his own tower.
Mm.
You'd have to be awfully prideful to blame them for your own mistakes.
I mean, we've met a lot of vampires.
Not gonna lie, most of the ones you've met, pretty, I want to say human by vampire standards.
Suppose we don't have much to go by in that regard. Just who we know here.
Yeah, the last one's pretty mellow. LaCroix cultivates a fairly baseline stock of citizens.
So, you think you can help us with this whole manufacturer thing?
Yeah, Alexei and I were giving LaCroix the lowdown on that. I think Alexei might be closer to this as he actually worked there, and we can't spare Michael at the moment. He's dealing with other things. Plus, like your dad is a cop, he might know stuff. I don't really know where you fit into this, but you're who we can spare you three, so we need you to be on this.
Yeah, I'll try to ask around, being as unsuspicious as possible.
Yeah, we were able to trace the guy. The guy's been in the last one for years. And the equipment was all manufactured here in our manufacturing centers. I don't know where the medical liquids and stuff came from, so if we can find a company or an organization or a group of people that was putting this stuff together, that'd be a lead. They'd have to know the supernatural is real. They'd have to be cultivating those insects.
I mean, they were using vampire blood. There's gotta be.
And those insects, they're basically vampires.
Those are the things that were down in the sewers, then.
No.
Right? No?
Different things.
Shit.
Everything's real. Yeah, those aren't blackfish.
I mean, there are so many different biological creatures that.
I mean,
What?
we're under the sea.
Are most cities actually like this, or is Atlantis one more weird than normal?
Dracula was being attacked by werewolves in Hollywood,
Yeah,
and
that's
I
just
saved him, and then he gave me blood magic, and he looked like Bela Lugosi.
that's a Dracula. So that's a vampire and a werewolf. Those are two standard things. There's not King Arthur and bugs and other bugs and ghosts that are black smoke and
Oh, they're not ghosts. They're
whatever
They're from hell.
owl ghosts from hell. That
Ghosts
possess
are a real
people.
thing, and they're fairly okay.
Vampires as well. Arcade machines that suck people's youth. There is a lot going on here.
Yeah, welcome to the real world. You're out of the cave.
So most cities are like this.
Yeah, the whole world's kind of like this. You just don't notice because you like to work until you die.
Yep.
Or like, I don't know, pickpockets or accrue money by being an architect. Or being part of like a weird Masonic pentagram cult.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't too clear on what you were doing. It's just not clear in my mind. You just seem to have a lot going on with your life. My dossier says you were psychic before you became a kindred. Just a lot going on with your life.
Well, I am basically twice their age, so.
Yeah, you're old as shit. I was like 19 when I was turned. Just look at me.
Oh my
I'm so
god.
youthful.
Are you sure you didn't play like an arcade machine sometime back?
Vampires look like this sometimes.
Yeah. I know. It's just, I would not have thought you were 19.
Yeah, running from home when I was 13. I didn't want to go to school to be a choir singer.
You go to school for that?
There's like a Toronto Polytechnic Academy for like Christian singing.
Oh, you poor bastard.
It's like, before World War I.
Toronto.
Yeah. Came from Toronto. Went to LA. On a train. Just jumped on the back. You can just do that.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole world's kind of like this. There's things everywhere. And I don't even know half of it because I just hang out in Russia sometimes with my sire. But Michael knows. Michael's seen the stuff.
I guess it's because we're so... Oh, sorry.
No, continue.
I guess because we're so isolated here, it's just more in your face, all this shit.
Things come here. Look at this place. It's a city on the bottom of the sea. That's impossible.
I mean, if
How
you-
is the city protecting itself from 600 times Earth's atmosphere down here? Why is the glass so strong that it keeps the water out? We went to space not too long ago. Come on.
I mean, the three of us are very curious, and that's why we stumbled upon all of this. If we ignored all of our leads...
Yeah, Lacroix doesn't run into vampire arcade cabinets because he stays in his base and manages his empire.
Yeah.
Zelda runs her businesses and runs data entry. Your sire just takes phone calls all day and meets with other spies. I play in arcades and run my club.
Yeah.
Usuria does whatever she does in the bottom of the city. You're young. You're exploring. Eventually you'll learn to stop exploring and not poke at things. But poke at this. Poke the shit out of this.
Yeah.
Knock some stuff loose. Tase some people.
Heather just kind of stares at him for a while. It's like, yeah.
He doesn't even know the context of that. Like, he just knew that you guys had a taser from the dude.
I mean,
Oh.
yeah, we tasered that dude.
I assumed it was a power move. Like tricking us into doing shit without us knowing.
No, he's straight up telling you to.
What?
He's straight up telling you to do stuff.
No, I mean when they tricked us into going to the place. Like, I assumed this was another power move.
No, because he's just telling you to do it. He's not tricking you.
Oh my fucking Christ. When he's like taser people, I assumed he was like, hey Caesar, I know the thing you did, but I'm not gonna straight out say it. I'm being all sneaky and telling you I know your secrets.
God, no, he doesn't even know.
Well,
He
we
knows
don't
you have a
know.
taser. He's like, yeah.
I mean, we don't know. He doesn't know. Therefore.
Then you guys get to the docking ring, and he's like, hey, mate, thanks for letting me hitch a ride. I did not want to wait for that to come back after you guys left. I was done.
Oh, yeah.
It takes like an hour. I just didn't want to stay in that lobby with that old man. Shoot me in the face if I ever get that old.
Yeah, kind of reeks of desperation.
I know, right? He's been a lacrosse ghoul since when I was in LA.
Yeesh.
So what, is he just like stringing him along or something like that?
When he's earned it.
I mean, wouldn't you bring your best man with you?
I mean, yeah, but I'm not going to make them wait until they're geriatric before I change them.
Something you'll learn that my sire taught me, my sire being, of course, his sire's older sister and head of the family, is that the qualities that make a ghoul an excellent servant do not make for an excellent kindred.
Then you should have told them that you would made them into a vampire.
Now, do I look like a guy who makes a lot of vampires? I haven't ever done that, so I don't know. I don't care. I barely make ghouls. I don't think I've done it in 20 years.
Good, you said you get to be my servant and live forever and be having awesome vampire blood. Instead of being
Well.
like, I'm gonna lie to you.
You tell that to your goal.
Yeah, you got your girl. You treat him however you want.
Yeah.
Like, not an asshole, okay.
Yeah, whatever. It's okay.
Not an asshole. I just won't feed you guys for 2 days while I'm out doing adventure stuff.
Right, well, we got that vial. One of us?
Yeah, all the equipment's at the iron.
Alright.
Okay.
Guess we're going there again.
We just figured it'd be the best place to put everything.
Makes sense.
Anyway, I have some sewers to go through for the next while.
Sounds delightful.
It's pretty delightful. It's not like we pump sewage through them.
Yeah. Well, it's getting early, so you should go.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Lucky bastard.
What?
He can just stay awake all he wants.
Yeah, you can. Dracula!
I've been away for 20 years.
Yeah, he has. Oh, forever long he's been down here.
Like massive bags under his eyes.
I think he's been down here that long. He's might only be down.
10 plus the 80s. Because the Company project came back in the 70s, like early 70s. So a whole decade plus this.
He might be more recent than that, I think. I don't know if I ever said when he first got here, but he's much more recent. Like maybe 6 years. Plus, now we're in the 80s, so that amount of infinite time. Alright, so we'll wrap episode 5 here, and episode 6 will be you hunting down the source of that super soldier.
Okay.
So, I was Devin,
Nicole?
Kevin?
I'll be there.
and this is sponsored by Nobody, signing off.